Welcome to the Codcast episode 13. Hopefully you guys are excited. This is the resurgence. This is the revival. I'm chilling with my homies, Pacman, Parasite, Temp, and Slasher. You might know them by their first names, but some of you may not, so I'm going to call them by their aliases. Welcome to the stream, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy this chat. How you guys doing, bro?
Doing all right, man.
Doing good. Can't complain.
How did scrims go, Austin?
Doing okay.
They actually went okay? You guys getting a lot better? I know you guys been streaming all your scrims, so you guys have been a topic of debate in the community. So
yeah.
I don't know.
Everyone's always got my name in their mouth. None
Yo, Austin always has an automatic chip on his shoulder. But we'll get
what I do, but it's all good.
We're gonna talk about all your guys' teams at some point, but basically I just want to start off by saying, how are you guys enjoying this game thus far? How did Vegas feel? Start an open dialogue pretty much about Vegas. I think I was
Audio's low.
okay. That's fine. I think I was mostly surprised by, other than Optic, I was surprised by the results. What were your guys' takes on the event overall, placings, performances, stuff like that?
Well, I'll start first. But besides, I guess actually, yeah, you could say I was surprised too. There was like a good showing from LP. Team Sweden came out of nowhere. Who else placed really well? EG placed, top 8. And they weren't looking very good before the event. So, yeah, I guess you could say I was surprised as well.
Wait, what did you guys place, Haggy?
We got top 16. We ended up coming out of bracket in third, or coming into the bracket third seed. And we waited 10.5 hours to play red at 12:30.
Those are excuses, bro. The waiting thing.
I dropped an excuse in the first 2 minutes.
I mean,
unbelievable.
I mean, if you got to wait 10.5 hours to play a match,
nah, fam.
Reason as to, that's just not fair. I mean, you lose fair and square at the end of the day because they ended up having a similar wait. But that is just an absurd amount of time to wait for a match.
Hey man, you lost to a team that went 0-4 in pools.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Who was it, Chris, that you lost to?
Red.
Oh yeah. I mean, they have more talent than you guys, but I mean, I don't know. Waiting. I feel like waiting, and I know it is tough because I've been in that situation. But I'm in like the Sloss Discord often, so there's a lot of AMs in there, and I get in so many arguments with them because they're always complaining about scheduling and having to wake up 6 hours after the game. But it's like, bro, we all had to do that shit. You all have to wake up. You all have to wait. I feel like that's not a viable excuse. You know what I mean? Like, just get up.
I mean, I'm not
early.
saying it's an excuse. There's it's not like we weren't up early. Like, we had a match at 2. Like, we had plenty of time, to sleep and stuff like that. But when you have a 10.5 hour wait, like, you can actually get a full night's rest and then some, like, in that time. From playing one match to your next match, that's kind of an absurd, like, scheduling dilemma. I would have much rather.
What was your
wait.
first
Why didn't you go rest afterwards? What did you do?
Go take a nap.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's hard at events just to go to bed. Like, it's not like I can just turn a switch off after playing at
guy
4
was
p.m.
focused.
after playing at like a 2 p.m. match and finishing, let's say, around 3 to 4.
Yep.
Like, you can't just go back and take a nap, like, after having a full night's rest and waking up at, like, let's say, like, 10, 11 for your match at 2. Like,
I mean, I get it, but for me, like, personally, I would never, ever, ever use that as, wow, we had to wait so long.
It's not an excuse.
No,
it's not a valid excuse, but he has a point.
No, he doesn't.
My point is that that's just absurd. Like, I would have much rather, if it came down to the matches being pushed that late, I would have much rather woken up early, knowing that I could have woken up early and played my match earlier, rather than having to wait that long to play.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's
always
fair,
gonna be there.
fair
As long as pool play exists, that's always going to be a thing.
I mean,
but honestly, that's probably the longest delay there's ever been in an event.
What?
Besides
South Carolina? Chris, we didn't play till
South
Sunday.
Carolina.
We didn't play
Besides
till
South
Sunday at
Carolina.
South Carolina.
No. That's all I was gonna say. Besides
Yo,
South
That's different
Carolina.
though. You didn't have any
talking
matches.
about that,
The same
South
thing.
Carolina.
The same thing happened to my team before in Vegas last year. We played early in the day, then we had to wait like 12 hours for our next match. It's always going to happen.
Yo, who did you lose to, by the way, John? Your boy.
I didn't even lose to Ant.
Yeah, you
I think
did.
the worst thing is waking up at 8 a.m.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you lost to me at Paris.
I'd rather wait 10 hours than wake up at 8 a.m. to play.
Dog shit.
Oh, lucky for you, bro. Have fun.
I mean, yeah, waking up at like 8 a.m. is tragic. Dude, I've had those days. You know when you come out of pool play and you're like third or fourth and you have to play like mad late and you make it through the losers bracket and you're
And
like
then you have to wake up
you're
at 8
top
a.m.
12. Yeah, dude, that happened to me at the first event in World War II and we played Mind Freak and I swear they were in a different time zone, bro. Those guys were twisted at 9 a.m.
Dude, the most
They straight
mind-blowing,
fried me.
mind-blowing thing about that, Ant, is that let's say we could have won, or even they did a shred. So you win your match you play at 12:30, you win your match, you're done with the match at let's say 1:30. They will look you in the eye and tell you you have to be here at 10 a.m. Like,
Yeah, but they do too. So it's like
I
they're
know,
not happy
I
about
know,
that.
I
They gotta
know,
be there earlier.
I know, but we're competing. It's like completely different. I understand though. Like, I mean, it's not an excuse. It's just like mind blowing. Like that just sucks.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, that's just how
It's
open
not an
books are.
excuse. It's just a valid point. But
I mean, yeah, it's a valid point. I just found
What do you want them?
I
I have
found
a
it
question.
funny
What do you
it
want
was
them
in
to
your
do
first
about it?
opening statement.
Like
Instead
I
of,
said,
like-
I mean, they could have like had us wake up early. Like if they knew that there was going to be this long of a delay, which they did because they told us like around 4 p.m. we were like, when's our next match? And they were like 12, 11. Like we were like, what the fuck? If they would have like said that, why not just push the matches to like start earlier in the next day
All right,
rather
anyways,
than.
this topic sucks. Listen,
Yeah,
Yeah, I low-key lost fool, bro.
I'm not talking about this anymore. You asked the question.
Yeah, I low-key lost fool.
all right. So,
You asked the
anyways,
question.
I guess we'll go down the list. So, you guys placed 13th through 16th. You lost to Red Reserve, who placed 9th through 12th. What placing do you have to get to where it's like it demands a team change? What placing demands a roster change? What do you guys think?
That's
Depends on the
it
caliber.
depends on your team.
Yeah, it depends.
Completely.
Does it, though?
Expectations. Yes.
I would-
The
I don't
further below
necessarily-
expectations you place, the more
I
likely
think
it is that
for
your team's
me,
gonna,
I think
gonna
top
want
12
to
is
change.
the worst place you can get at an event for the
Yeah,
simple
because you don't know what
fact
to do. You don't know what
that
what went wrong
no,
where.
you literally played a match late night. You woke up at the crack of dawn and got absolutely smoked, bro.
Absolutely, that happened to me
So
so
I
many
think top
times.
12 is by far the worst place. You're literally waking up 6 a.m., take caffeine, shower. You literally go to the venue, set up, get smoked, bro. I think top
Yeah,
12 is
like
there.
your plan is to like play your match, then get breakfast. And
Yeah,
stuff.
like yo, we're about to win this match and make a Sunday's champ Sunday run and just get smoked.
The
You're just
first
like,
match is
Yeah, I
always the
agree.
hardest one.
He's like, oh,
Yeah,
all
it
right,
is,
never
dude, 'cause
mind.
that
First
first
match is
match,
always
you're
ours
playing
one.
absolute. Because that first match, like you're playing some kids who either fried their way through losers bracket and are on point, or you're playing some like pro team that choked in pool play. So it's like,
Yeah,
it's a
I
tough.
played
ass
LG.
match. Yeah, you played LG.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn, you got cooked too. So I know where it's
What-
coming from.
Played
Stop
LG.
it.
Played LG at the crack of dawn.
What I was
Yeah.
gonna say was I think top 16, top 12, like anywhere like those two placings, they don't necessarily warrant a team change. I think like you should look into other options. But the way I see it, it's just not terrible if you look at it because again, you guys are talking about how people choke in pool play and stuff like that. But at the same time, top 16, top 12 is basically like your league teams.
No, I mean I agree. Top 16, top 12s. I mean that's like your league teams, and I don't know though.
Yeah.
Like for example, your team gets top 16, and I'm like, maybe
Yeah.
it doesn't demand a roster change, but like I'm looking at some of the other teams in here. I'm like, yeah, it might. You might need to have a change. Like I look at G2. I look at FaZe, 100 Thieves, even Envy. It's like they underperform, but they're in that weird spot where they're like talented. So like, do you make a change?
I think it depends on your placing, depends on expectations, depends on what change you can make. It depends on so many different things.
Yeah, it does. The first event is always a little fugazi in terms of placings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like every event, like somebody learns the game a little bit faster, and it's just like weird. And then like AM kids always, it's not like they learn it faster, but they do just dumbass shit that might be the meta you actually are supposed to play. Like I was talking about that. What was it like a couple years? Or I was talking about like IW fastballs team how they learned the ERAD was super good. It's like tough to play against those randoms sometimes because they're like that's just a word I know. I used to call every AMs just randoms because they always learn how to play the game in like the cracked out aggressive way if it's one of those type of games so early. So yeah, I see how you could lose quick early on. But you guys lost to LG, so I don't know. It wasn't really. You guys lost
They
to
lost
Swing-
to
the
Team
Swing was the
Swing.
dagger.
Lost to everyone
They got
basically.
beat by.
Yeah, so
200
Sween.
by
No, that's fine
United.
though.
They
Sween's
didn't
that team I'm
rotate.
talking about. That's that team I'm talking about. It's like Sween. You know what I mean? Like they're that team that's just plays completely aggressive, random, and it's like Like maybe they can, steal a series at the first
You're
event.
trying to sugarcoat it right now. We fucking sucked. We got talked about.
I mean, you seemed a little
Straight up.
you seemed a little vibe killed, so
No, I'm not about to.
Austin's not soft. You can just say it.
I was thinking about it. Like I don't know about you guys, but I feel like this game or just any game in general, when you go to land, the game slows down. Like
It does. It always does.
I felt that. I felt that 100%.
100%. Like specialists become
Not
way more
for Pierce.
impactful because specialists become way more impactful on land too because like the game's so slowed down, so people are gonna get those annihilators, tempest, whatever ruins off a lot easier. And like I feel like your team, Austin, should have like thrived in an environment where the game slowed down rather than sped up. So like, I don't know. I just think you guys, in my opinion, I think you guys definitely need a roster change. That's just what I see it.
I mean,
no,
that's a fair
100%.
opinion, but
They don't need one, but like
that's a
with
fair
their,
opinion.
they didn't have any opportunities to like. There wasn't players they could really get, right? Like if they can get players, I'm sure they would have explored it. But I mean, there's not many players on top 3 teams jumping to jump at a team that just got 12th. So it's like it's tough to make a roster change in that situation. And you have such a good roster, you can make it work. Like, dude, people can't just expect to be dominant off the rip. Like, yeah, it happens, but like going into a team, it's gonna take some time to improve sometimes. So I don't know.
Facts.
But anyways, Donnie, you guys got second. By the way, I'm a little mind blown by that.
Third.
Oh, my bad.
You were mind blown by that?
My bad. Excuse me, Chad.
Only
Jesus.
Ant's mind blown by that.
I don't
No,
know why.
I
I don't know
am
why people are so mind blown.
I am mind blown by that because I didn't expect them to be that good. I thought they were going to be a top 6 team, top 8.
I think they played the game the best way.
Well, the reason I didn't
Correct.
get you get to
Correct.
scrim them. I don't get to scrim them, and second of all, I don't get to watch them because they didn't scrim or they didn't stream their scrims. And also, I didn't expect Donnie to be as good as he was because Donnie has not been that good last year. He was not that good at all. I actually thought Donnie was extremely average last year. So it's like
Last year, no, I mean, yeah, you're right. Last year was just an anomaly for like Donnie and Kyler. Like no bullshit. Like,
yeah, it nerfed them. Yeah, it was like
World War II was just the one game where like Donnie and Kyler wouldn't be as good as they'd be in. They would have been dominant IW, Black Ops 3, this game, like anything else. And it just happened to be World War II, and fuck me, right?
That is so true, man. Like, I don't know, dude. It's like that game was just unforgiving for people who played like Donnie and Kyler. Like, I feel like personally, Kyler all year did not get it. Like, he just.
I mean, well, near the end he got a lot better, but even Donnie, like Donnie's more of a. He doesn't like break your camera all that time. He's like a preem.
What you just said, I don't believe that at all.
You don't believe that Donnie didn't get it?
I don't think Donnie or Kyler were bad at World War II. I think
Oh,
that
I
at the
think they're
beginning,
bad.
Kyler
Oh,
was
I think they're
struggling
bad.
for sure. I think that.
They weren't
Wait,
bad.
I wasn't bad.
Whoa,
Expectations.
whoa! I almost finished my sentence.
Okay, my bad.
Kyler was definitely bad at the beginning of World War II. Like for Kyler standards, especially when Austin was on the team, yelling at him. As soon as Austin was off the team, their team definitely got worse. So let's say that without Austin dying, the team definitely got worse. But after that, Kyler was frying, and I don't care what you say. Kyler was going off at post Donnie and Austin leaving the team.
At Champs, Kyler played really well.
I still don't think he knew what he was doing. I played
Of
against
course
him
he
that
did.
year. Maybe when I retired, he got good, but when I was playing, I did not think.
What event did you quit?
Was it right
halfway
before
through.
Seattle? The event, or right before Seattle was when I quit.
Okay, so
halfway through.
before Austin was still on the team. That's literally what I just said.
Even watching though is like it just seemed like players like Looney, players like Kenny, like like TJ, all those players were just so much better than Kyler. Like they just knew what was going on. They knew like in hardpoint they were always ahead. I feel like Kyler would just over challenge, not play positions the same way as they did. He just never really learned it. And I think it's just his natural play style, but whatever. It's not like he was still a good player. Like he's still a top sub, but I just expect him to be in the tier 1 as one of the best subs. I didn't think he achieved that the whole year. And we always talked about it like he did though. Like everybody always gassed him up. I was like, dude, he's not a TJ. He's
Well, I mean,
there yet.
it's
He
hard
was
to be
really good
considered
at
in
the
the
end.
it's hard to be considered in the top tier when your team is not a top tier team. So I think he was still really good at the end, like Donnie just said.
I think he was really good at the end.
Yeah, same. I played
I-
him. He was good.
I think I was actually good at the end, but yeah.
All right, well, in this game,
Yeah.
going into this game though, Kyler is godlike, bro. Envy,
Yeah.
he is nerfed right now. Hella nerfed. I don't know what's wrong with that team right now. I mean, App had a terrible event, but
We got
like,
a pacing issue.
but like, dude, we talked about this, Austin. I refuse to believe App is the worst player on that team.
No,
know what I
he's
mean?
not. But I just feel, I don't know.
Pacing issue.
Yeah, I think it's a pacing issue, and
Also, I don't know
Bro,
if you
that's
guys
such
knew
a
this.
whack answer. Everybody's
I
so
don't,
No,
I don't know if you,
I
I don't
mean-
know if you guys know
I was
this,
trying to
but
think.
so
I
whack.
don't know if you
Bro,
guys
we're
know
slow
this,
and they're
but
fast.
hold on. I don't know if you knew this, but Apathy ran a Maddox like all the way up until the event, and mid-event they switched Silly
Yeah,
Maddox
I don't-
and Apathy back to Sog.
Yo, you see my argument with Silly? Remember that, John? I was roasting Silly for like not
Oh,
playing
at the event.
He tweeted me and he's
Yeah.
like, "What? I've been frying." And I looked him up like, "Dude, you're doing like 14% of your team's damage. You're not frying." I don't know.
Yeah.
I think if Apathy practiced with the Sog and just kept at it going into Vegas, they would have played better, for sure, and had Silly run a Maddox. That's just,
Yeah, that team doesn't make any sense to me because App and Kyler as a SOG duo is scary.
Yeah, I thought they were the best. I thought that was the
Yes,
best
bro.
sub duo before the game dropped, right? I looked at the roster. I'm like, App and Kyler, that should be the best sub duo. Like,
Dude, like, just thinking about playing against them, I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do, and they're gonna be shitting on you. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. They should be so much better than they are.
I feel like people didn't plan for a flex gun like a Maddox when they made
No.
their rosters.
How
No.
can you though, right?
Yeah,
can't,
no,
yeah.
you have no idea there's gonna be a fucking K bar. You just don't know. Like, I think everybody was like, yeah, we got ARs and subs and people who can run both.
and
like-
who knows? Currently, the meta might change.
Yeah, Haggy, you like running Maddox. You like having you like having no ICRs right now. I've watched you guys play. You guys don't run an ICR too often at all.
Our team?
Yeah, well, whenever I watch you play,
No.
whenever you're playing, you're like, I want to run a Maddox, and then the ICR
yeah,
player sometimes
I
pulls it
s-
out, and
I switched roles. Like at the
no, I
event.
know, I heard that.
Oh. Okay. Cool. I don't know where you're going with this.
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I switched roles because one, I just didn't feel like at the event we were getting, we weren't contesting good teams on maps where I had to run an ICR. Like on maps where we played like frequencies, seasides, and stuff like that, we were doing a lot better. Mainly because I was running a Maddox and I was putting up, some pretty good damage numbers and stats in general. And so when I came back to the event, I told my team that either Panda's running the AR or we need an AR on our team because I feel like in this game the ICR isn't really super involved. Like you're kind of just holding lanes for people and like allowing them to kind of, push up. And the vocal like person that I am, I have to be, in the action, in the fray with like my teammates to kind of like help, from a team aspect. And I feel like when I run that gun, our team does a lot better. So I just switched roles.
All right. You guys' thoughts on that? John, you go first. Haggy
On
switching.
his team?
Yeah, on his team.
I mean, Haggy fried, right? He was like top 5 in damage.
Haggy fried.
Well,
don't
he
know if
did.
Dude, you can't fry and get 16th though.
Yeah, you can. Come on, man. That's
Nah,
delusional.
Not with
You said
Pander and
that-
got
One
a
what?
Pander and
That's
got
one-
a
You
team.
said that about other players. You said that they're nerfed. There are quote unquote on teams that they're just
Okay.
not.
Yeah, you gotta if you
Wait,
apply that to
didn't
Kyler, you gotta
Dashy,
give it to
didn't
Haggy,
Dashy just
too.
get picked up off a year of doing it,
Yeah,
frying the whole
basically.
season and getting top 16?
I
He got picked up
guess.
on the optic.
I still
So you
didn't
can
think
definitely
Dashy
do
was
it.
that good at World War II.
I think
He
he was
was.
really good
He
at
had
World
to,
War
man.
II. I played with him. He was absolutely incredible. He was really good.
I thought he was incredible at IW. World War II, on the other hand, I don't know.
Fuck no.
I don't know. I tried to pick him up in IW.
Ah.
I tried to pick him up in IW, and my org said no. You remember that, Chris? That was mind blowing.
Wait, when?
When we tried to pick him up for who is it? Havoc. We tried to release Havoc for him.
Yeah, I actually in World War II, I got him out of his E6 contract. I literally, well, I mean, Cole ended up not taking any cash from me, but the only reason I got him off his like team was because I volunteered to literally give part of my salary, well, my whole like first month of salary to that, and then Cole ended up agreeing to it, but they didn't end up taking any money from me. Which
Hold
is
on.
cool
The
from
whole
Cole.
chat, Bruce rated the chat. So when I just said that statement about Dashy, the whole chat just started going in on me. All right,
new form of
so
girlfriend
since we're on
favorite.
the topic, I guess we'll finish talking about Pittsburgh Knights, but I want to talk about the potential rumored roster change you guys had. I saw you guys scrimming with Nato and Rick, I think it was, which
Yeah.
so that means Lace would be gone, and then who else was it?
McGee.
And McGee.
Here.
He always gets shafted. All right, so I said this to, I don't know if it was John, it was somebody in the Mumble, but I was like, they're playing really good right now. It's the honeymoon stage, but theoretically, like, this team should be super good. Like, just like a solid team. Like, I think they could be consistent top 8, unless you or Nato ruin the team. And
So historically speaking, they won't be getting top 8 then.
historically speaking, they shouldn't, right? What are you gonna do to prevent that, Chris?
I mean, I personally have no like teammate issues. I feel like, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not like trying to sit here and
Yeah,
gas
yeah.
myself, but
No,
I
no,
feel
I
like
don't-
I've like
I'm not-
changed a lot with like my attitude and stuff, and I'm very patient with my teammates. Like I've been with these guys for about almost like a year now with like Ghost and like coming into this game, and I've been very patient with them, and I'm like a very patient teammate. Like in terms of just
No,
like
you've gotten better. I
having
agree.
mistakes and stuff like that. I don't like get mad at them. I don't freak out in that nature anymore. I just kind of like understand the situation that I'm in now, and the situation and the teammates I have, and I work with it. Like that's all I can do. I got to work with what I have and try to improve and just go to the event and do what we can. Like,
No, I think that Goddard X Panda are good teammates for you because I think you've gotten a lot better, and I think that they're like they have passion, bro. Like they're gonna go hard, and
oh yeah, they definitely
they're gonna
do.
respect. They're gonna respect like what you say, and they're gonna work around it, try to get better. But Nato, on the other hand, I know him super personal, and he is a bad teammate too. So I just don't know. Like
Yeah,
you guys,
I mean,
have you
I'm
thought
not trying
about
to
that,
throw,
or are you
like-
just like making the decision like
mean,
off talent?
I've thought about it, but at the same time, you guys might not know this. I don't want to throw like him completely under the bus, but Andy at times could be a very, very bad teammate.
Oh, 100%.
And my whole
That's why he got
team
dropped off EG, right?
will attest to that.
Yeah.
I think so. That's probably what it was. But like he can be a very, very bad teammate sometimes, and I'm not used to. I'm not. What is it called? I know how to deal with it. I guess it could get very like out of hand sometimes, but I kind of just stay quiet, or I just try my best to kind of just let him do what he's got to do, and if he's gonna get pissed and stuff like that, I just try to like ignore it and let it pass because it's all I can do. Like what I mean, if somebody's like gonna freak out, like even when like I would freak out on other teams, that's like the best way to handle it. You kind of
Well, it's not that he's gonna freak out. I just fear for that team that he's gonna do something that's gonna make you freak out. You know what I mean?
I guess that could be the possibility, but I mean, the only time will tell, and I'm gonna do my best, obviously, to not let shit like that get under my skin.
Because I think this is the best team you've had in a long time. I think that this is a good opportunity for you. So hopefully it works out. What do you, or Austin and Slasher? What do you, or Austin and Don? What do you guys think about this roster?
I think it's a good team. I
do
think
too.
it is the best team Haggis had in a while. If Nato cares, then Nato is good. It's just if he wants to be good or not. I don't know. I just feel like he's just going through a little phase right now because of personal stuff. But
He's just chilling.
if
Right?
if he actually wants to play good, he will be good. Nato is Nato. He's won events. He's been top players on teams. Like he just has to care. If he cares, I feel like other people on his team will respect him and they'll have fun. But I just feel like it's up to him. If he cares or not, then
I agree with that. I think the talent's there. I'd be surprised if they didn't make the league. Like I'm expecting them to make the league,
Same.
like
Me too.
pretty easily. So I mean,
oh yeah.
talent's not the issue. It's more the outside game stuff, and just getting on and getting better every day.
Having Haggy back in the league
Appreciate it.
will be great. Having
Why?
Chris's team in the league will be great. Because I think in the league is a time like if you're involved in everything, I feel like you get really good. I think you're not as good when you're not involved in everything. Like when you don't get to play in leagues and stuff like that, and you just get left out. I think that's when you're not as good.
Well,
You know,
nobody'd be as good.
No,
Missing out
yeah.
on so much
No,
practice.
that's true.
Yeah.
But he's like a player who's been solid, who's kind of left out a lot because of teams and situations he puts himself in. So we'll see. I think they'll make it easy. I think it'll be
Appreciate
interesting.
it. Thanks for the vote of confidence, guys.
Now, if you don't make it, it's your, by the way, and for the pressure, if you don't make it, it's pretty much your last chance. So you gotta make it. Like if you no bullshit. If you don't make it with this roster, it's like your last chance. You guys.
Oh, I already said if I don't make it, if I don't make the league this year, then I was basically gonna try to coach a team. Literally.
Wow, imagine
Like,
Haggy coaching you. I would lose.
Whoa.
Like he'd be a good coach, but imagine him being like, no, everybody shut up, listen. This one went wrong. Wait, Hunter T might want to explore that.
Yeah, Austin, yo, hit me with your offer, bro.
Yeah.
Awesome to
You guys-
lose absolute
you guys
full.
could
You see
use
a
some help.
smile. I was like, yeah, right.
A demonic ass smile.
Yeah, dude. I could never listen to anybody. Come on, bro. I just sit there. I'm never wrong, and I just yell at everyone. So I don't
Austin,
think it'd work
are
out
we
very well.
playing?
Fact.
Are you guys gonna be using zero or what? It's up to you. At the end
Oh
of the
yeah,
day.
it's up to me. Actually, no. I think I'm gonna take it out the game.
Oh, wait.
The whole community
Austin,
seems to
come
think
on,
it's
dude.
overpowered.
We all want you to. We all want to use it.
Psych. I'm gonna keep that bitch in the game.
Why don't you ban the
That shit
salt?
sucks.
Listen, this is what we need to do. We need to
I
play
think
whatever.
it's OP.
Optic just won. We need to play the exact meta that they won with the whole year.
Yeah,
No
yeah, for
updates
sure.
on
Oh
patch.
yeah.
And Krim goes, Zero's OP. Meanwhile, Dashy sliding around, not even looking at people, getting 3 pieces with the Tempest, but that's okay.
Yo,
That's
wait,
all.
hold
Yeah,
on.
no, that was
Every
fine. Oh,
team-
the grenade launcher that just kills everyone. 6 pieces, full streaks.
Yo, Optic, United, and 100T. I think they're the 3 I watched. And Krim, they all released like highlight videos from the event, and like every highlight was just Tempest, just piecing, dropping 6 pieces. And Maven's just like going crazy, and it's so awesome for the spectator. But like I was just thinking, if I'm playing like and I'm getting Tempest
so
like that,
bad.
what the fuck do I do?
Yeah, there's nothing you can do.
There's
Wait,
just certain
who lost
scenarios
that
in this
crucial hard point on Hacienda from the
Oh, I
from the
thought you were
grab
about to
spike?
talk about Seaside.
Who?
My favorite.
No, the
They
grab
need, to
spike.
they need to add a camera to people after they get grab spiked. Everyone just looks fucking furious, dude.
No, was it LG? Was it
Oh,
LG
what?
that lost that on Hacienda on the
I don't.
four
All I know
square
is
hill?
Pristini 4-piece. Was it LG?
It was LG.
Definitely
dude.
Pristini.
I think it
He
was
lost by
LG
2
on
points.
Yeah.
He lost by 2. No, it was
Pristini
Hacienda.
just 4-piece grab spiked them at the end of the game.
Somebody on Hacienda lost by grab spike on the 4 square, which was mind blowing.
Dude, I don't know. I actually really agree with what Pat was saying the other day on Twitter that the game needs more support specialists like Zero and ones that aren't getting like kills in full streaks
Yeah.
and
I
ones
think-
like
Sorry.
camo, kinetic, like those things that
I
would get
agree.
you like 1 kill. Like camo
Yeah.
would get you 1 kill.
I
It's a
agree.
one play.
Sometimes
Well,
0.
the biggest,
like, I could see
the
it
biggest
kill
issue
you.
has to be that you get a bonus amount of points for getting kills with specialists.
I
as
think they
opposed
need
to-
to nerf
Even
the
then though,
amount.
like even if you don't get streaks, if I pull out a war machine, I can still do 6 piece or 5 piece.
Yeah, but the issue is the streaks, in my opinion. Like, for example, on frequency, the first hard point, if the player pulls out a Tempest on that hill and you don't have any sort of control, and your first player hits the elbow
you're fucked.
and gets Tempested,
Rotate.
you
Just
actually
rotate.
have to rotate. Like he's gonna kill your whole team, and he's gonna get streaks because he's sitting in the hill, and you're just fucked. Like,
Dude,
there's
that's just
nothing you can do
tragic,
about
bro.
that. Yeah, we choked the hard point versus Optic at the event on frequency. Our first map,
I watched that.
because Dashy pulled out a Tempest on you, and we had to rotate. We actually couldn't hit him because as soon as we go to hit him, he's killing our whole team with that. Because
Well, I mean, when they make these specialists, they're not thinking about, the people that are not missing a single bullet, right? Like Dashy pulls it out and he just makes
they're playing
it.
with their devs and they're just missing
Dude,
every
but
Tempest
it's like-
shot.
that's
because
why I
it's
tweeted
balanced.
today.
They're
I don't know,
just missing.
I think Chris saw it, but the tweet I had today about the Black Ops 3 Tempest, I think that is infinitely more balanced than the one we have right now. Even though it insta killed.
It got nerfed a little bit now.
And the
Nope.
chain, the Black Ops 3 one or the one in this one?
I think the
What
Black
about
Ops
this
3
one?
one is
Oh, this
not.
one.
Is
Dude, the
not
reason why too
better.
is the chain didn't last as long.
Well, yeah.
If he got shot, it lasted
chain-
like a second or two,
Well, the
and then
thing
he
is-
went over his
But
body.
the
and you
chain
wouldn't-
insta killed you, and the only
Bro.
reason it wasn't as OP is because you had people flying around, dashing, and stuff like that
I mean,
in the
dude,
game. If
I'm
that
telling you,
same
like,
Tempest, if that same Tempest was in this
Ooh.
game right now, it would be just as bad as the current one.
I disagree,
Problem-
bro. If I don't have tac mask and I'm down for 10 seconds, my teammates can't
No,
go
I
to
agree
where I'm
with
at for
that.
10
I think-
seconds.
I think what they need to do is make it so that it has a charge up time and the hip fire is worse, and then it'll be good. Or they need to make it simply a crowd control specialist and it doesn't actually kill you. Like, I wouldn't mind if it could chain you and stuff like that and stop you from moving, and so that you can like combo it with like a ground slam or something like that, or another specialist. But the fact that it can also kill you and chain your whole team is just absurd. I saw Brian Saint post a tweet saying that the Annihilator is better than the Tempest, and then I watched a clip of one of his players. Granted, it was a public match. He shot 2 Tempest shots and got a 5 feed twice in a pub.
Wow.
Like, that is just
Yeah.
fucking absurd that you can even do that.
That is pretty crazy. Wait, yo, real quick. So seeing that it was by far the best specialist at Vegas, how did Slack get like 2 kills the whole event with the Tempest?
Oh my god.
I mean, I mean,
He didn't even want to run
didn't
it
watch
though.
him enough.
He
from
didn't
what I
even want to run
watched,
it.
from what I watched, he was pulling it out in really like bad scenarios. Like how I was talking about on frequency, you kind of want to use it on that first hill because it's
He's
very
gonna be
flood
so
heavy.
mad.
But he was pulling it out on like the fourth hill of like the map, which is like on the outskirts, and like there, I guess it could be kind of viable. But like there's so many angles the other team can take to the point where they can single that player out that it's just not.
I think the real question is why was Slack using it?
Right?
Wait, he's their star player. Like he's
Bro.
in the mix.
The
more
rest
so
of them are
than
drinking
anyone else.
coffee
You
and
guys got to
he's-
go easy on Josiah, man.
Wait,
Let
I don't
that
even
man
blame
live.
Josiah for that. He shouldn't be running that. I think
There's
that's an
also,
LG problem.
I agree with you, Austin, but there's also like a thing, at least with my team, like we went over two ways of playing our specialists, right? It was like, do you want the more aggressive players that are going to generate much more score to run weapon specialists so they get them quicker? Or do you want those players running the harder to reach specialists like Vision Pulse? Like we had two different like ways of like thinking of which way we wanted to run specialists. So I mean, they could have saw it as Josiah's going to get in more engagements. So I guess they have
I
John.
think that team is gonna be so
I
good.
was about to say, I feel
They
like
got
they would
John
think
and
Josiah wouldn't-
Gunless and
I
and
think
Nick.
that team is going to be so much better going forward because I'm pretty sure they made a change to where Josiah is going to run a SOG now, and he's going to be.
He already ran a SOG.
He
Whoa,
already
whoa,
ran a SOG.
my bad. Excuse me, a little lit. He's going to run a grapple. He's going to run grapple now, and he's going to stack his gun. So I think it'll allow him to slay more, and I think he's going to be an infinitely better grapple than what Classic was. And it's just going to be, I think their team will get a lot better. And I think they're switching, so he's not going to have Tempest anymore. I think that they'll be a lot better. I think they'll improve so much simply from that alone. Also, I know he was watching some gameplay. I was in a call with him, and he's trying to like play a little bit more finesse role, and I think they should improve a lot. Everybody's in the chat saying LGD Rider. Dude, they're just so talented. I think they're going to be so good. I think they're going to be a top 2 team. It's just undeniable, bro. Pierce is the best player in the game.
By far.
Undeniably.
By
Nah,
far.
it's Bruce, bro.
No, wait, you actually believe that?
Yep.
I think I would say
I think Bruce is number 2 for
player
sure.
alone. Respawn player alone, Gunless is the best player in Respawn. Period. They both run the same role. They only run 2 separate specialists, but in Respawn, Gunless is by far. the
Man,
best
it
player.
goes Gunless, Bruce, then
Yep.
Donnie. Best 3 players in the game.
That's
I put
crazy,
Scump,
bro.
and
Put
then
me
I
number
put
2
Don.
off stream.
I
Mamba.
put Scump number 3.
Well,
Actually,
Scump's not better than Don.
Are we
so
just
you're
going on
drunk.
Vegas?
I disagree with that. I'm just going off.
Obviously, what else?
Yo,
What
Austin,
else?
throw me some
Yeah,
guys,
just
bro.
double
Put me number
checking.
1.
Actually,
There's nothing else to
I
go.
already think Don's number 1 from Vegas.
There we go.
Well,
I mean,
mean,
I don't gas Don very often.
You know what I'm
if-
saying?
You're saying that
here.
are you just saying that he performed the best at Vegas? That's all you're saying? Is that your?
I think
talking
he
about best
was
Call of Duty
best
players in the world
player,
right now.
like,
I
most
think-
impactful player at Vegas.
I was gonna say.
Ah,
I think
Wait,
Well,
most
that's Gunless.
impactful? Most impactful? You are drunk. That's Gunless. 100%.
I think one of the only reasons I would
think
agree with you,
Gunless.
Austin, is because he's running a SOG while the other 2 players are running the Maddox, and the Maddox is a lot
ran
more
a
of a
bit of
versatile
chip.
weapon.
Wait, I'll tell you guys.
That's what I'm
Here,
saying.
let me interrupt all you real quick.
It can't
I'll be honest.
It can't be Don. It can't be Don because this man threw a cluster at a
Yes,
wall and
yes.
ran up the
Let me-
steps. and
let me-
gave up
let me-
blood
let me interrupt
on
all you.
location.
If Gunless was in that spot, if
Or he
Gunless
sliced
was in
with a
that
beat
spot,
optic.
he's winning that. Gunless
They
is
shoulda-
backing up and he's popping a 3-piece in that
Nah,
room.
they should have won that game
What are
before
you-
that. They should have won the game before that.
Yo,
Okay,
see, yo, I know
okay,
Austin
but
He
got
made a
back
mistake,
now, bro.
but wait, the best player can't make a fucking mistake. Like what?
No, I have never seen Pierce mess up once.
I've never seen Pierce make a mistake. I can count on one hand the amount of mistakes Pierce has made in COD history.
Here's the trick.
Oh,
If
okay,
you-
my bad.
if-
And,
if
and
Splice, if
honestly,
Splice
can't recall
hold like
one.
a couple doorways against Optic, no telling what happens at the end of the
Well,
event. And then
that's
we have
my
a different
opinion. I think Don was the
discussion.
best player.
I like the gas, bro.
All right.
I like
mean,
the
you were
fact
watching a
actually.
lot, just like us.
Yeah, I was.
I'm
I got
fucking with
eliminated Sunday morning, so you know, man.
Yeah, I would agree with
You
you,
were
Austin,
gone.
simply because of
What?
he's
I
running
was
a
up in the pro lounge. I watched every single match.
All right, so
Yeah,
right
Haggy,
now, hold on.
Haggy,
No,
I
no,
got
no.
I'm doing both, bro.
Now, let me get a
Two-way.
question for
God,
Austin.
bro.
Question
Man,
for
I'm
Austin.
watching.
You're disgusting. Like there's no
What?
denying that.
Austin.
Two-way?
You get to pick between Pierce or Donnie right now. Who you picking?
Two-way. Austin
Donnie,
wants a
that's not-
saw.
that's
but
Austin
also-
wants a saw.
that's
But also,
Yeah.
Pierce and Austin don't get along.
How does Austin? I mean, yeah, Pierce might not like Austin, but I don't know. Austin doesn't like Pierce.
I could
What?
play with Pierce. I could put up with Pierce. I could play with
see
him.
there,
Clay-
okay.
Clay's
But
in the chat.
he-
Clay's in the chat looking for
he-
gas.
He
Yeah,
could have.
so
All right,
guy-
well, we
this
can
guy
gas
won you
to
2
Arceus,
chips?
not Clay.
Yeah.
Arceus was
Arceus
amazing.
way better
Their
than
whole
Clay.
team die.
It goes Arceus, Abizi, Persini, Cap, then Clay. I'm trolling.
God
Yeah,
damn.
TJ got that one.
I'm
My guy.
trolling.
I'll say that's gotta be a troll.
I'm trolling. Clay's nasty.
Clay was nasty on Sunday, like really
I
nasty on
mean-
Sunday. He was great the whole event, but he was like super nasty on Sunday. Because that's the day you
RC
got
is
to
by
turn
far
up.
their best player throughout the course of the event. Then probably a BZ.
That guy's a beast, dude. RC's played so good the whole thing. Absolute unit.
Nah, he did. He's the
You know-
best ICR there for sure.
He's always the guy
Oh, yeah,
that like he plays so good, but nobody ever goes like, he's top 3 player right now. You know what I mean? But he'll
That's
just
like from
dominate
the
a
fans'
tournament.
perspective. I think the pros have thought Alec has been really good for a long time.
I
No,
personally
they
think
have,
that
they have.
Arceus has been like the best player on his team besides when Gunless was on it for like ever.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think he's been by far the best player on that team.
Like not just when they had Clay, like every other roster besides when they had Gunless. Well,
Thoughts
I
on
guess
Cap?
yeah,
You guys
that's
think
not-
you guys think Cap is
Bro,
like like going in or in this game right now? You think Cap is just really good, or you think the rest of his teammates like are just fucking nasty? Because obviously he doesn't put up the best stats, but you know people
I
say
don't
all
know,
the
his
time like
teammates
Cap.
are
Because
nasty,
a
and
lot
then-
of people think he's replaceable. Like going in this game, he should have been on some teams that he's not on. I feel like.
I mean, I think
He's on the
Nah.
second. Wait. I don't. Or can we stop that there though? Because now
Wait,
you're
he-
just
that wasn't his
you're
first choice.
downgrading- okay, but now you're downgrading United. Say he shouldn't be on teams he's not on. They got second place.
No,
Yeah.
So he's on the
wait,
second
hold on.
best team.
I'm not downgrading them now. I'm saying going into the game, United wasn't like a team like a lot of people wanted to be on. Like the top players didn't want to go to that team. That's just a fact. You can't deny that. And
Well, there's a lot of factors that go into that too, more than just being on that team. You know that. We both know that.
Well, even the players, for example, I feel not a lot of people want to take a gamble. A team with those 3 players, like the twins, Clay, and then also Abizi, because people didn't know how good he was. That's just a fact. I feel like you can't argue that.
I don't know. Since when his team
I,
looked like
I agree with you, yeah, in terms of like
it's just I feel
people
like
not
it's
just. I don't think it was anyone's like first choice to join United. I'm not saying like I'm not in a position. To
Everybody
talk,
wanted
but,
team with
like,
Slash,
that's just
everyone
the way
wanted
I
team
see it.
everybody want to get on that
Everyone
100
Everyone
Thieves
wanted
team.
to be on 100 Thieves, Optic, or LG, and
Yeah,
possibly
yeah.
Envy.
Wait,
and
that's a
possibly.
fact. I don't even understand how
Like even
John's saying that in the
Splice,
chat.
Splice's team, Splice's
We were
team was like
scraps.
scraps, and
Yeah, we were
they
scraps,
got
bro.
third.
Anyways,
Perhaps.
no, yeah, I mean, I don't think Caps will holds them back from a chip. I think that team, like, if they just win that fucking first map against Optic, like that map that they choked, and they win that series, the tournament's completely different for them. And I think United actually has potential to win a chip in this game. Like usually I'd watch a team that chokes like that to Optic and I'd be like, that was it for them. That was their one chance. But I feel like they still have like a lot of gas left in the tank.
Yeah, I think they'll be consistent this year. I don't think they'll have those hiccups like last year where they were looking really good like part of the tournament and then next day they were like top 6, top 8. Like I don't think they'll have that this year. I think Cap and Clay bring a lot of like, intangibles to the team, and Abizi's, very good. He's a very good search and destroy player, and I think that's, search and destroy is always that underrated mode that people don't look at when formulating teams. And Alec and Preston are both really freaking good. Like,
Preston's
I think they'll
super
be
good
fine.
this game.
Can I say
think-
that for Temp and Looney to be considered the scraps, that all the GMs or whatever you want to call them around the league
Delusional.
baited? Jesus Christ! Like I don't know what they were doing.
But they were though. They were scraps.
to
Looney,
be-
Looney.
No, they were.
Donnie
They were.
is an acceptable. I think after his World War II year, but Looney is
I don't
unacceptable.
think so at all.
I would from a perspective.
The way I see it
But
is everyone
Looney
always
is unacceptable to be considered scraps, dude. Like he's won with players that have never won. He's gotten championships and multiple titles. Like he always puts together good rosters. I don't know why he's not like a first pick for some teams in Roster Mania. I really don't understand, because a lot of pro players just fucking steal shit from him anyways. So it's like I don't understand why Looney's not always considered when people are making new teams.
I think a lot of teams undervalue Dan as a leader. I think that's their biggest problem. And a lot of teams already like set teams already have leaders. There's like a few here and there that don't. And so I guess that's where Dan doesn't get, picked up or stuff like that on teams that he deserves to be. But also what I was going to say was, other than Dan like winning that, like Dan in accuracy winning, the rest of their team were looked at as scraps simply because they didn't like have good outstanding years.
I mean, look at Jerd, bro. Like he wasn't even like Red Reserve just picked up bans instantaneously.
Well,
And I think Jerd
Spice
right
was
now
holding on to Spice was holding on to Jerd though.
Oh,
To be
okay.
fair,
Yeah.
regardless.
Did they explore that? Like I don't know too much about that whole situation.
They
Just
were
like
building
Envy was
on
holding on.
Tyson.
Just like Envy was holding on to who?
Oh,
Spice
Jersey
told
the
him
franchise,
Jared.
bro.
Everybody knows that Hook was
Yeah,
not
exactly.
leaving Envy.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. That's how
he's
Jersey is.
franchise
Jersey's a
tagged.
franchise, bro.
Hey, he's franchise tagged. That's all there is to that.
Hook will be on Envy till like the day he retires, bro.
Jared and Cook might as well get tattoos on their necks.
You think Jared's the franchise tag on Splice?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I do.
How long's he been on Splice? Was it just last year or the year before
third season right now, I'm pretty sure.
Third season? God damn, yeah. Yeah, Hook should just get an Envy tattoo, bro. Stroh ain't letting him go. He might. Yeah, you were right. Spot on with that one. I wonder if Envy will make a change. I doubt they will. I think it's too late at this point. They may have to do a mid-season change. You guys think there'll be mid-season changes?
Yeah.
There's always mid-season changes.
Because now, isn't there a rule you can trade mid-season now?
Yeah. I think anytime you look at like a roster change period, regardless if there's a lot of changes or very few, there's always going to be some sort of change, even if it's small.
That's gonna be lit.
I feel like it's
Mid-season
so
change,
hard to
they
like.
play like a week later.
I feel like it's so hard to stay on a team for so long. Like, that's not like a common thing in my opinion. Like, I feel
Nah,
like
it is hard,
100%.
dude.
A lot of these teams are gonna change. This is my
I just
third
think-
team in a year.
Everyone's looking for a chip.
Because you're
dude.
annoying
At
and
the
you're trying to win.
end- Everyone's looking for a chip, and at the end of the day, if you're not bringing
It's a
them
combo
in,
of both.
people are going to look for the best possible.
If Austin's team is not winning, Austin is on the scheme.
Of course, he's trying to win. That makes sense. That's what people used to do. People used to do that way more back in the day. Contract. He's trying to win.
All right, hold on, yo, guys. Let's take a detour real quick. The whole chat is demanding Celium. We did not make topics for this at all. I went to the MLG party, guys, and I was like, we're gonna freestyle it. But since you guys are demanding Celium, we'll talk about it anyways. Now, I have a hot take on the Celium thing. One, if FaZe decides to drop Methods and pick up Celium, which is the rumor. One, I don't think Methods should be dropped, first of all. I don't think he performed bad whatsoever. I think he's a great player. He's working to get better, and he's a professional. He takes this thing seriously. So I don't think you should drop somebody who does that. Second of all, Celium has never performed on LAN before. Granted, he's an amazing online player. I think he's phenomenal. When I played against him, he was amazing. But I've never seen a picture of this guy. I've never met him. Never talked to him. I don't know how he's going to be on LAN, and I don't know if he's ever played Variant before in his life, like in a tournament format. So like, for them to do that is just mind blowing to me, and it feels like and like I love the guys on FaZe. I'll tell them it straight up. It's like, it feels like a cult, like the FaZe roster. Like they won't drop anybody on their team, and they'll just drop the outsider, or they just simply won't change. Like people are demanding them to change in World War II, and they wouldn't do it, and people like. Obviously, FaZe fans are demanding they make a change after their placing, and I feel like dropping Methods is not the answer. Like, prove me wrong, but I think that they needed to drop somebody else. Like, I think they needed to make a different roster change. I don't think
What do you
dropping your
think?
ICR and making another
what
player
do you
run an
think they
ICR is a
needed to
change at
drop?
all.
Priest wanted to run an ICR though, right? To be fair.
That makes no sense.
I
Wait,
mean, it
I
doesn't
don't
make
care
sense to
what he
me.
wanted
Priest
to
on
run.
my team. What? I mean, he does. His team does, obviously.
Wait, first of all, I'm pretty sure Priest is that guy that just runs whatever his teammates wants him to run. 1 week he gets on, he's like, run a SOG. 1 week he gets on, run a
Yeah, he
Manox.
seems like a guy like if you tell him, yo, Preston, run a
Look,
SOG, he'd be
in
like,
Where
my
did you hear he
opinion-
wants to run a
Yeah.
ICR? Did he tell you
That's
that?
what
Or
they
did he say
said.
that?
That's
That's what they said. In my
Of course they're
opinion,
gonna say that.
Priest. What? In my in my opinion, Priest has been their best player now since he joined FaZe.
I think so. I think he's
Yeah.
been their best player, but I
And
don't
I
think he should run an
personally-
ICR.
And I personally no,
ICR
I don't
is the
think he
least
should ICR
impactful
either.
role. So if he's their best player,
Yeah.
why even your best player on ICR?
Okay, I'm not disagreeing with
I-
that. I don't
yeah.
think
I
that he
always
should
thought their
run an
best player
ICR.
was Dylan.
No.
Ooh, faded.
I'm in disbelief.
Yeah, facts dumb, bro.
Yo, I seen Dylan kill somebody and loot their body bag in the first map.
Well, on the Cell thing, bro, I think them picking up Cell is good. I don't think it's a risk at all. I feel like he's just gonna be. Maybe he has like one event where he's not as good as he is online, but I think he's just too good, bro. Simple as that. Honestly, I'm not even trying to dick ride.
Wait,
Like,
it is a risk. You can't say it's
I
not.
don't,
It is
I
a
don't,
risk,
bro.
bro.
There,
I don't
everyone, all
think-
the kids,
It's always
bro, all the
Everyone,
kids. Wait,
everyone
hold
thinks
up.
he's gonna be good.
Bro,
Nobody
all the
disagrees
kids
with
that get
but-
picked up in COD always turn out, bro. The only one is like Blast, literally.
It's
Every
a lottery, bro.
name
You
every
get
single
Blast or
one,
you
bro.
get Dashy.
Name every single one. Every single
What?
one is like. There's not a bust. There's
I
not
think,
like a
I think
fucking.
we just forget the.
Well, I
ones
think
that
it's
are
because
very
they always
nice.
gone. It's hard to be a bust when you get
It's
picked
hard
up
to
on
be a
top
bust
team.
in COD. You look at the kid and it's like, bro, this kid's a god. Like the only one has only been like one, and no one even thought Blast was like Celium. Like there's never been
Wait,
like.
even if
like-
he's good, I just said he's really good, but even if he is like super good, it's like I don't think they're winning chips.
I think that's a
Look,
disrespect.
I'm not gonna lie to
to
you.
Zenny.
I thought this kid was a border since Black Ops 3.
Yeah,
I thought he was a border
then-
too, but he's
and then the
not.
first-
He's just godlike,
Look,
bro.
okay, I'm not saying he's not godlike. I'm just saying in the pro down or whatever, the word is he got smoked. That's just the word. I'm
Wait,
not
he
saying.
hasn't-
Now that was his first. That was his first time.
Wait,
with the
they
team.
did absolutely
And he
tuck
also
EU to
hasn't
bed.
played-
the
He
other day
hasn't
in
played
scrims.
variant, bro.
He also hasn't played variant.
Here's
What
my
do you mean
thing.
hasn't
I
played
talked to
played
Zuma
Mac.
about
I was
this.
in the
He
trenches
played
with
here
Cell,
and
bro.
there.
I was playing
Listen,
hardpoint tournaments with him, bro. Know
I
that.
talked to. I'm gonna get the mic mad close, chat. I talked to Zuma about this, bro. One, FaZe does not know what they're doing on the map, and especially in hardpoint. And how are you going to pick up a guy that doesn't know what he's doing on the map and teach him if you don't
Listen,
know?
I don't
So,
know if it's gonna make the team better. I'm just saying, Celium is the best player they could pick
I don't think
up.
we. I
Simple
don't
as
think we
that.
doubt that. I don't think anybody doubts that he's a
Celium
fantastic
is a
player.
guy.
He's
That's
an
all
easy
I'm saying.
pickup. He's
If
not
the
under
team gets
contract.
worse, I don't know.
I think Celium will be fine, even if he has like a transition period where he's not that good. Like
Nobody's saying
eventually-
he's not going to be good. Can we just stop that? Can we stop that?
Bro,
So
yeah,
what's-
Alright,
we're
are
just
you
saying
talking about
that.
just phase. Like
I'm
just
saying,
FaZe
why
in
is that the
general,
change
what
they
they're
made?
doing?
People have been demanding FaZe make a change.
Why is that
You-
the change they
if you had
made?
to
Because he's a
choose-
god. Like,
If you had
what?
to
Why
choose
drop?
No, no,
someone-
I
choose
drop.
someone, who
All
would
right,
you
you
drop?
guys are just
in
dumb.
COD, when you're making, I know what you're trying to say. In COD, when you're making these kind of changes, if your team doesn't know how to play, switching one player for any other
Ain't gonna
player
do
is not
shit.
gonna make
It's
the
not
difference.
And your player who's
You have to
playing.
change. You got to change two people, and you got to change the way you guys are playing the game. Period.
Yes, and you're
So,
dropping your ICR, which
that's what
is
he's trying to
like
say. He's not
who's
saying
playing the
Celium's
right
not
way.
good.
No, I mean, I agree
Doesn't-
with you on that. But if you were to choose, so I mean, I don't know if you want to do this, but if you were to choose, who on that team would you drop and get rid of, and for what player would you look for?
Whoa.
All right. I mean, I think I
Trying to put
would.
him under a
I
bus?
think I would keep methods. I think Zuma had a 0.7 EKIA, probably a
Not
0.5
dropping
real
Tommy,
KD.
know
But
that.
let me finish what I'm saying. I would not drop Tommy because of his ceiling. I would not drop Priesta. And I think replays is the glue. So I would probably go with Dylan. I'd probably release him, and I would probably pick up Celium for him and make him and Zuma run Sogs be dumb aggressive. Let Priesta be an absolute slayer, pick up streaks, and let replays, do whatever the fuck he wants as well. Probably switch replays to ICR, and then well, actually no, because you keep methods. I probably let replays just be like the gap filler, do whatever the fuck he wants on the map as well, and then I'd have methods running ICR and just do him. I think that team would be solid. I think Celium
That team is definitely worse than the
I think
current one.
I think Celium would be a
Well,
lot
I
better
don't
than
know, bro.
Attach.
Right now.
Wait, Don,
It's faded.
Don, are you? Yeah, exactly. Don, you gotta be faded. You think that? You
Me?
think? Yes. The problem with FaZe, in my opinion, for the last year or two, or just whenever they're just wildly inconsistent, is the pacing of Attach and Zuma. I think that's their biggest issue. I think they're both completely different players. I think it creates a lot of issues on that roster. I think as
They
soon
are
as
different
Dylan-
players.
I think Tommy
Personally,
just had a bad event.
I've always thought that. So this goes back to Ghost. I team with Dylan and Ghost. Dylan is slow.
as fuck.
He is slow. He is slow. Just naturally, that's how he plays. And he runs a Maddox, fine, whatever. But I've always thought that since that time that Dylan, since post AW, Dylan should just be an AR player. I just think it suits his style the most.
I think he'd be great on another
I think
team.
because of the success that they had in AW when he was running a sub, but a game that naturally makes you faster because you have a jetpack that dashes you around strapped to your ass, that people thought he
Bro.
should be a sub player.
Let me
He
ask you a
never
simple
should-
question.
he's
Yeah,
never
Who would be a better
been
main
sub player.
ICR? Hold on. Who would be a better main ICR, Dylan or Zinni?
Zinni.
I don't
Dylan,
think so. I think
simple as
Dylan
that.
would be. Yeah, I think Dylan would be.
Dylan should be main ICR. Preacher should run a Maddox.
Dylan has a
Zuma
lot
run
of
Ryan
talent.
Fry.
Dylan
And Reap.
has a
you
lot
be
of talent.
Dylan's a great player.
Dylan should be main
Fantastic player.
ICR.
I think him and
Dylan
Zuma
would be
are
a good ass main ICR.
I think Dylan and Zuma are
Yeah,
a
he
problem.
would.
Either way, just if you're gonna drop one player, I think the easiest fix is dropping Dylan for Celium. If you're gonna do that, that's my
It's not a
opinion.
fix.
The easiest play to make. The easiest play to make is for me.
And
that's
Dylan's
what it is. He's a
godlike
franchise player.
He's a godlike search and destroy. It's not even about that. He's a godlike search and destroy player too. Like one of the clutchest players
I mean, Celium is too.
in the
though.
entire scene. Oh, I'm talking about first of all, anytime S&D kids switch over to variant, their S&D skill goes out the window. Pretty much. Anytime you see, that's why anytime we see S&D kids get to game 5 on land, they get smoked. It stops existing once you start scrimming.
I mean, game 5
Hardpoint
is,
every single day.
is so different sometimes. There's so much pressure on the line.
Well, no,
But
lane
once those
S&D
guys-
is just a lot different.
once
Lane
those-
S&D is so much
Once
different.
those guys
It
get
is.
comfortable, they're
You don't
once
have
those
the
guys-
balls to hit mid round 11.
And
fucking game
I
5.
see Mutex and
People
Equip
do.
saying that's not true in the chat, but they don't make it far enough to get. the
Wait,
point
I
where
would
I'm talking
absolutely
about.
tuck Mutex, equip all these S&D kids and start
Pharaoh's
spamming
nasty.
them. But
Pharaoh's
they're fine.
nasty.
Dashy and TJ, they don't count. Those guys are champions.
Wait, all those kids become pretty good
Yeah,
at search when they get to
okay,
land, though.
Pharaoh. I'm talking about a lot of them. Okay, there's outliers to everything that you say. No matter what you're talking about, there's always outliers.
And also,
Yeah.
Brandon isn't an anomaly. Brandon is not like he's running around the map just like killing.
Wait,
you.
that guy's
He
just a
sni-
good. He's
he
just a good player.
snipes.
He's playing with
He
the best players in
snipes
the
on a
world.
lot. Yeah, but he's also sniping a lot of searches. It's not like he's just taking random risk. Like he's just not missing a bullet with the sniper, and that's completely different than just being like a crazy good search and destroy player where you're running around taking routes, stuff like that. You know, making better decisions than the other team. Like if you play Brandon, most of the time he's sniping. If not, he's running around with his team.
All right, so let me ask you guys, since you guys put me on the spot, if you're that team and your primary goal is to pick up Celium, so you're committed to replace Celium with somebody on the team, who are you dropping for Celium?
Zenny and making Dylan the main ICR.
All right,
100%.
John, what are you doing?
2-person change, bro.
No, if you're
Yeah,
gonna
I
make
mean,
one, if you're
it's
gonna make
just
a
one
one-person
person,
change,
I guess you have to drop Zenny, but I wouldn't. First of all, I don't think he deserved to be dropped. And if I'm making that move, I wouldn't. I'd have to do 2 people like Austin just said.
yeah,
I guess I disagree with you guys.
I think that needs a 2-person change.
Okay, if
Where
they
they
make a
just need
2-person change, who do they get? Who do they get?
Although I do agree
I think
that
there's a multiple options they can do.
the
Ooh.
Dylan and Tommy thing needs to be split up at this point.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think Dylan and Tommy
It's
need to
been
be
played
split up.
out too long.
I think Dylan is an amazing player. I think Tommy's an amazing player, but it goes back to back when they used to argue with Enable all the time, and Clay. It's like, it's just like I said, the pacing thing was BS earlier because everybody says it, but that team is like actually like that is a huge issue on that roster. Those two are completely opposite players, dude. It's hard to be like the fucking Bash Bros when you have like a guy playing slow, playing his life.
Dylan should just run an AR. I don't think that would be an issue if Dylan switched his role to an AR.
If you switch to an AR, I don't see it being a big issue.
Dylan's main ICR phase would be nasty.
Yeah, I know.
They need
It would
to
be a
be
lot
paying me
better.
some
That's
cash
what
right
I
now,
meant
bullshit.
by AR. Sorry.
I've never even thought about that because I've
Maddox
boxed
is
him
like
in.
barely an AR in my head.
I boxed him into that sub role, but Dylan as a main AR, I wouldn't even think it would be that bad. I wouldn't even think it'd be that bad.
I legit think he'd be nasty.
He would be
He was like-
nasty.
He probably actually would be
Use that guy
nasty.
use that guy on like Octane on Ghost. That would
He
be
used
the
to
guy
run
on
an
the
AR,
team that
yeah.
actually run a Remington. Like,
And he
he'd be the
dropped
guy to pull
mad
it out.
kills. He dropped
Yeah,
mad
he was
kills. That's how he
nasty.
came up. How Dylan broke into the scene was running a Remington, just absolutely
The
piecing
ICR's
pro
basically
teams.
Remington.
but he was at his best when he ran around and ran fast with a sub in AW.
Whoa.
I don't agree. I think that
AW
his
was a complete anomaly of a game. The dash
exactly.
was
Yeah,
absurd.
probably.
And his team was just better than his teams were.
I think you
in
got to
Ghost.
chalk
I
that.
don't
Yeah.
think
Probably, probably. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying that's when he was his best.
Maybe that's
like
why
you.
maybe that's why he thinks like that, Austin. But I don't think him running around as a sub is the play anymore. Either way,
Yeah,
wow,
yeah,
we're
I
just
agree.
And-
blessing FaZe with info right
You-
now.
you
They're not gonna
also-
do it. So
you
it doesn't
also-
really
All right, hold on.
Also gotta
Crim
think-
6 in the chat. This one is for Nameless. Dash your Gunless and BO4. I'm picking Gunless 10 out of 10 times, no doubt, homie.
If Gunless was on
Depends on what
Optic
your
in that
team
same spot,
needs.
they win the tournament probably.
Gunless
easier,
is the
so.
best fucking player in
That's
the world.
That's not like a slight to Dashy, by the way. Dashy's going crazy, right? Dashy was going off. It's just that Gunless is different. He's
Hold
just
on,
Optics
different.
let's-
respawns were really close at the event,
Right.
and I think what separated them from being champions was they just clutched up. Period. But at the same time, they like were winning every S&D.
I'm about to cook all you fans in the chat, bro.
It wasn't
Listen,
even
when I say
close.
somebody's the best player in the game, just because I say Gunless is better than Dashy doesn't mean I'm not saying Dashy's good. If you're a top 5 player in the fucking world, you are amazing. You are amazing at what you do. If you're a top 2 Call of Duty player in the game, you're fucking unbelievable. Like, I am giving Dashy the ultimate praise, but I think Gunless is. I don't think I know Gunless is a better player. He's just a better Call of Duty player. It's just like. Go ahead.
Sorry, what? They're like completely like they're like 2 different sides of the spectrum. Like one is like extraordinary respawn. The other one is also still good at respawn, but he's extraordinary at S&D. And Optic's main problem has always been S&D. So I think them picking up Gunless, they probably still win the event, but I wouldn't
Absolutely.
say it was easier. I wouldn't say it would be an easier road.
I mean, I
I think
don't know.
I think like I said, what separated them from the other teams was search and destroy. They had like a crazy freaking record, and Brandon
we're
had
not-
a
we're
2
not
point
gonna-
something.
That's true. He went off, but we're not gonna act like Gunless is like a
Yeah.
bad search and destroy player.
I mean,
Like,
not
he's-
We're not
necessarily.
gonna act like this game is like so tactical in S&D.
Yeah,
right
they're
now.
just like,
Exactly.
yeah, like, what? I'm sitting here, I'm listening to Haggy. I'm listening to Haggy say this, and I'm just like, Pierce is fucking amazing at search.
Half
Like,
the
what?
rounds are specialist based. Half the rounds are CMG rules. You can't throw a
My
fucking
team's
stuff
play
if you don't
color,
have
bro.
one.
Shit's lit.
I guess.
5 hit mid, baby.
Dude, if Dashy's on Optic, they win the event, and he looks like a superstar. It's the same shit. It's just Dashy, or if Gunless on Optic, it's the same shit. It's just Dashy won, so you're saying Dashy's the best player in the game. That's all it is.
Fucking S&D, yo, let's 5-hit A. That's a good play.
Honestly, if Dashy's on LG, they probably don't place the same. To be honest, LG was not that good at this event. Gunless was good, but LG wasn't. I mean, that's facts, bro. I watched this guy was going ham, dog.
You gotta give it to Brandon. He's MVP, bro.
I mean, they won.
Realistically, though, like most valuable player, like Gunless is the most valuable to his team.
Their most valuable player is TJ. Know that. If TJ wasn't on the team, they're getting smoked. Nobody else on that team is going first.
He probably is. He probably is.
That's how it is. Look at 100 Thieves. If 100 Thieves had TJ on their team sliding in first, they'd be infinitely better.
I mean, dude, Dashy's amazing. He has fucking TJ and Scump baiting for him. Scump sometimes throw an asterisk on there. He has them. He has them baiting for him. He has the best players in the world around
Scump's
him.
not baiting for anybody, bro.
Nah,
I don't know why
he was. And then he has Damon on his team. He has Krim. Like,
you mean TJ and Damon?
No, Scump was too. I gotta give him credit. Scump was too. I gotta give him credit. Scump played amazing this event.
He did.
But like, if Pierce's in that situation, I think he does the same thing, dude. I think he fucking fries. I think they win just as easy as they did. It's the same thing.
This argument is just bad because you could say the same thing for mad players. If Kyler's on Optic, they win. If again I'm on Optic, we win.
But we're discussing
You guys
You don't think so?
Yeah, you guys.
No. You're just annoying. You're just annoying, and Krim wouldn't have clutched up with you on his team.
See, Seth's okay. Listen, here's the thing. Seth is okay with.
Nah. I would have just sat there and yelled at everybody.
Yeah, you're right.
You would have just sat there and yelled at everybody.
See, Seth is okay with gassing up Bruce. Seth ain't gonna be okay with gassing up Donnie.
If
Haggy was main ICR for Optic, they literally go undefeated. No bullshit. Know that. My bad. Yeah.
What?
I said my bad. Yeah.
Krim's the second best ICR in the game currently, behind Arcides.
What?
Who's the second best ICR?
Lamar.
All right, okay. I think accuracy could be top.
Arcides.
I said Arcides is the best
Sorry,
one.
my bad. Yo, chill. Yo, don't come at me.
I mean, damn, these guys are all.
Austin die?
Wait,
Austin's a Maddox
if
now.
TJ, Krim, and these guys are just by far the best players in the game, they should never lose a map. They should never lose a fucking series.
Right.
Nah, wait. Who is Team Sween's main ICR? They had Austin on swords, bro.
Sweens?
Who is their ICR, bro?
Who Sween's ICR is nasty.
Yo, Big Mac. Yo, Nolson and Dylan are nasty.
Wait, Dylan sat down against 100T and he was like, I'm about to tuck these kids straight.
Oh, wait. Is Brain go on Sween?
Yo, Austin got cooked by Brain.
I'm pretty sure it was Brain.
Austin got tucked by Brain.
Brain had him off.
Yo, Austin.
Bro.
Tell us the Team Sween roster. I know you got nightmare for that roster.
I still don't even know.
Listen, you got your shit tucked by Brain.
But Sween played a lot of all Maddox maps. Like,
Wee Man was in Austin's cheese.
No, it was Wee Man. I'm pretty sure Wee Man is their main. Wee Man's their main.
Hey, everyone's always on my
nasty.
Yeah.
No, dude, it's just I don't know, man. You guys stream all your scrims. Everybody, you guys are like one of the stories right now. Everybody wants to watch you guys improve or get worse.
Bro, like I said, everyone's always on my dick. Anytime I'm feeling bad, everyone comes out the woodworks.
Well, it's just crazy.
Everyone comes out the woodworks. Oh shit, Austin's doing bad. Hold up.
I don't know about this.
All right, Austin.
Comes out the woodworks.
Topic of your team. What was your guys' issue and why you guys placed?
Rotate.
What do you mean? What was our issue?
What was your guys' issue? You guys placed horribly. Why?
We don't know how to fucking play Call of Duty right now. That's what our issue is.
That's a generic answer.
Did you watch our games? We lost by 150 points and most of our hard points.
Yo, Haggy's.
What do you want me to say? Like it wasn't like we didn't run it. We didn't run 2 SOGs on most of the maps. Sometimes I was running ICR, which is probably a mistake too. Our team was so slow. Like I was one of our faster players with a fucking ICR. Like that's an issue. So like we just don't want to play COD right now. Simple as that.
Word.
Look, you're the commissioner of the league, so
yeah,
you
made the meta.
The game.
I know. I'm thinking about making 5
team.
ICRs.
5 ICR.
Mm-hmm.
You think you guys would probably be the best team 5 ICRs? No bullshit.
Yeah, probably would.
I mean, I don't know. I think 100T will be good. I don't think it's viable for them to make a change. They're just too talented.
Nah, dude, I lost my touch. I'm gonna hang it up soon. Anyone looking for a coach?
Wait, Austin, listen,
I'm
bro.
just
You might be
I
up there.
hate this
I'll be
fake
back
feeling bad
soon.
for himself, Austin,
Yeah, I
bro.
know,
We
it's
need
annoying.
Austin
Nah,
to
being
win.
real, I suck right now. It's all good. Next topic.
All right, yo, I got the next topic. All right, Austin, what gun do you run?
Maddox.
Maddox, no.
Do you think you're the best Maddox in California?
I can't even think about players from California.
What type of weird
I
ass
don't
question
know.
is that?
Because I roasted Austin the other day. You
I
guys were
remember
mad. I was like, bro, you're not the best Maddox on your team. You're not even the best Maddox in or something like that. I was like, you're not even the best Maddox in California, and you got super mad.
You'd have to name all the people from Cali. I can't think off the top of my head.
Attach.
I'm the best.
Automatically, you're number
Wait.
2.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yo, who's all out of Cali like cosplayers?
There's a lot of you
Cali.
motherfuckers that are good.
What about
I live
Haggy?
in Cali right now.
Haggy's top
Oh,
5
Haggy.
damage.
So you're number 3. You're number
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, number 3 right now.
Yeah, there you
And
go.
there's probably like 2 more from Cali, so we'll just throw me. in
Yo,
number
what does
5.
Cap run? Cap runs a Maddox.
Oh,
four.
number
Best
4,
mates
number
in
4.
Cali, he's the
Wait,
star.
Austin's not even top 5 Cali Maddox.
Yeah, I'm not even top 5. I'm not even top 5 out of Cali.
Wait,
not
Bryce,
even top
Bryce,
5
Bryce
Cali
is in
Maddox.
Cali. Enable. He runs a SOG though.
Cap, Mud Dog. Might as
Oh,
well
Mud
throw
Dog.
him in.
Yeah, Mud Dog.
Wait, Yui's in New York right now, but he'd definitely be up there.
Yeah, he would.
Oh yeah, Yuli's from Cali. So
Oh,
we're gonna count that.
Formal's
We'll
in
count
Cali.
Yui. We'll
Formal's
count
in
Yui.
Cali.
Former runs an ICR.
Yeah, but he'd be a better
Yuli's top
Maddox.
five.
But if he had a Maddox, he'd be better, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, Austin's
Alright.
gonna tuck everybody next event.
Nah, probably not. I'll still suck.
I hate that.
I hate when people act like that. I used to act like that, where I just say, "Nah, I just suck."
Wait, where's Major Maniac
When
from?
did you
I'm
start
back.
acting
Whoa,
like that?
Major Maniac's
He's gotta
probably
be
Cali.
It's like
top
it's like a sarcastic
But
answer.
well, if
John.
Major Maniac was from Cali,
From Cali,
then he'd be
yeah.
better.
Oh, yo, I got one. Nate Shot's in Cali.
Oh, all right, come on, y'all. So I got your back on this.
Wait, you saw
Wait,
wait,
yeah, that's Cap.
wait.
I got your
Can
back.
we- wait, we gotta bring this up because you said his name. I'm sorry, but this has to happen.
Oh
But
no.
Made Shot talked to me, Temp, and Kyler Hook, and told us 3 straight face. This is straight face. He said I was a top 10 player in Ghost.
Oh, he's
And
on some bullshit.
I lost absolute bull. I said, what? What are you talking about? He said, I'm the best blitz player. Oh, what?
Wait, I don't
Yo,
know what
Austin,
you're
bro,
talking
come
about.
on,
Nate
man.
Shot
You
was
gotta crack a smile at
nasty.
least.
Oh, what?
No?
100 T.
He said he was a top 10 player in Ghost. No, sir. I listed off 15 people off top. Blasted. Said, which one of these are you better than? You're only talking about.
He's like, they're all nasty actually, but I'm still top 10. Yeah, I named mad people. He's like, oh yeah, he's good. Oh yeah, he's nasty. And he was like, fuck that. I'm still top 10. Hey, what?
Yo, what? Since we brought up Major Maniac, what do you guys think about him? What do you guys think about Major Maniac? I think he's fucking nasty,
I think
bro.
he's gonna end up being really good.
I think
I
he's
think he's
nasty.
good. I think he's good.
He shoots-
I don't
he
still
shoots
think
super
he's as
straight.
good as- Yeah, I think he's good.
I'm gonna
I
look up
just
his
don't think he's
stats.
as good he is online as he is on online.
Wow, what
Doesn't he
happened?
host,
Wait, I
doesn't
think-
he
I
host
think
a
he-
lot?
Havoc
Yeah,
had,
yeah, but at the same time, if you play him off host, you're still getting tucked.
Yo, Havoc had
Wow,
the best
no.
stats in their team. Wow, running ruin. I was looking at
Havoc's
his
gonna be
stats.
nasty, man. This game suits him.
Wait, did he have
'cause
the best
you
stats
gotta-
on his
You gotta like slide forward and stuff. A lot better.
Mind
than
blown. Why couldn't I get this Havoc,
playing
bro?
slow. I mean, you had him in
You had him when he
IW.
gets
Whoa,
slide,
no.
bro.
had him in IW.
I had what? What did I have in
30
IW?
minutes?
What did I have in? What did I have in IW? Havoc was
Yeah,
taking
that
his
doesn't make
headset
that
off.
doesn't make sense why he wasn't good at IW.
30 minutes.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Nah,
That
he,
got a tough
he,
full
he was
game.
he was just a shit teammate. That's why. Major Maniac had a
He also never wanted
1.08
to run an E-Red.
1.08 actual KD. At,
Oh, Haggy was on that team, bro.
He also never wanted to run an E-Red, even though E-Red was
So-
his time.
Hey,
so he had a
awesome.
1.08, and then Havoc had a 1.2. Where was he? Hold on. He had a 1.23. It says, and a 1.12. I don't know what the difference between these two KDs are, but he had a better KD than Major Maniac. Because there's two of them, AKD and KD. That's actually crazy because from what I remember, it was just Major Maniac doing everything. It's like
Clearly
He
wrong.
hosts. He hosts.
Yeah,
You gotta let
what's
him rock on that one.
I think
host.
he'll end up being good.
Talking about land. I
Yeah,
think he's
yeah,
talking
he
about
was.
I
tournament.
think
I'm
he's a
talking about
solid player. I think he's a solid
Yeah,
player.
yeah,
There's no
he's good.
denying that. But yeah,
I'm surprised he didn't get. I'm surprised neither of them got poached in this little roster.
Yeah,
mania
Major
time.
Maniac, right? I feel like because they're
Nah, I
not
mean,
under an
Havoc
org
too.
yet.
All these teams that
Nah.
need a SOG, and Havoc's clearly going off.
I
just think that if Havoc was new, look, if this
Yeah,
was
yeah.
Havoc's first season, he'd be on the top, like one of the top teams
100%.
right now. But people have like a
It's a stigma
I mean,
stigma, yeah, sure.
yeah, he's done
about,
dumb shit.
I mean,
about the type of person he is or the type of player he is.
yeah,
I
they
agree.
He's been,
they have something in their mind about him already.
It happens with everyone.
He's been open about it, how he's trying to be a better teammate. So I mean, that's a good thing. Major Maniac, from what I've heard, he's a good teammate. Like, he's one of those guys that, like, he was good the last champs last year, and I was like, I saw him then. I was like, yeah, this guy's pretty good. I did not expect him to be this good at this game though. And again,
He's
faster.
He's a good dude. Like if you watched him or if you've talked to him, like he's a
Yeah, why didn't FaZe try to pick up Celium and Major Maniac? That would have been a play.
I don't think so, but I think
heard
all the FaZe players are better than Major Maniac.
Really?
at this game?
They have to learn
I don't think so.
I don't think
I
so.
think they
I
learn
disagree
how to
with
play.
that.
I
didn't-
disagree.
They just
as
don't
well.
play it correctly.
But I
I
was
thought-
hearing rumors at the event after that was a possibility. But I mean, it could have just been rumors.
What, Major Maniac to FaZe?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, he's not contracted. Like, I think they were straight ripping. It was like a one-off. So like, I feel like people were gonna go for him. I don't know. I didn't hear anything about him, which is pretty nuts to me.
I mean,
But either way, that team should stick together.
anyways, right?
Yeah, they should
Yeah.
stick together. They're good, and that'd be a tough spot for that team if he left. I feel like I think they'd be fucked.
Yep.
Absolutely fucked.
I agree.
Is there any other topics the chat wants us to talk about, or anything you guys want to talk about?
They're all saying Doug.
Yeah,
I mean, what's there to talk about Doug? I feel like that's like a waste of time. Like, he's
Yeah.
not gonna come back into the league. He's not gonna be on a good team.
My organization actually kept trying to get us to play with Doug, and I told him
What? See, these
Yeah,
GMs
what do you
are
mean,
faded,
though?
John. These
No,
GMs
it's
are
not because of his
faded.
talent, man. He's
Nah.
he's Doug.
I know, but
They're
they're
trying to get some YouTube videos.
it doesn't matter though. Like, your team's just gonna get absolutely fried, and then you're not gonna be in the league, and there's no
Doug,
content to make.
Doug
We
can
gotta gas
qualify.
someone else
Doug
up.
can qualify for the league. Just
Okay.
in
You
the
gotta
league.
gas someone else
In the
up, bro.
league,
Ace him.
they'll get fried. Period.
Gotta gas Ace him up a little bit, bro.
Ace him.
I
I watched
seen-
Profizi
I'm
tuck into
surprised
bet
that
3-0 in the
Asim-
2K.
That doesn't mean anything. I'm surprised that Asim or however you say his name, did not get on a
Asim.
team. It's not Asim, is it?
It's
Also
Ace him,
did it-
bro.
I don't know. He's good, bro. He's good though.
I haven't seen them play on LAN at all, so I wouldn't know.
I
Man.
did. I watched him.
Since when do you need to be good on land to get picked up?
Yeah, Celium has never even played a map on LAN.
Just show up online and start sliding around, beating people down. You'll get a team.
Shit, Celium might end up on Optic before the league starts. Talk about Simp.
Well-
Oh, Simp's. I mean, he's gonna get picked up too, man. He's just another one of those guys.
Simp's gonna be
Either-
nasty.
He's either
How old-
he's a
how-
mid-season
how old
pickup
is
or
Simp?
He'll be picked up next year.
He's about to be
Simp's
How old
18.
is he?
He gets to
Turning
When does
play.
he turn?
February.
When does he turn 18?
He
I
gets
didn't
to
hear
play
what you said.
Dallas, but he can't play in the league like the first half.
Oh,
But he can
well.
get picked up mid-league or no?
You can get. I don't know. I mean, I don't know when
That's
the
tough.
roster change period is, but
That's
he turns
tough,
18
dude.
sometime in February.
If you're one of
I don't
those
really
fifth,
know.
six teams and Simp turns 18, that's tough.
I mean, he can go
Is
to
he not?
champs.
Is he not contracted under United?
He's restricted. He was a restricted FA when I saw his tweet, so I think his contract is still valid.
Oh well. Everybody on United better step it up.
Because he's already on that roster, dude.
He's already on.
Sheesh, Cap shaking his boots. Illy. I mean, I think Illy's
They wouldn't
talented
dare
too.
drop Cap.
He can't even
Every
play
every
today.
team
I'm
that
trolling,
drops
I'm
Cap
trolling,
gets
I
every
was
team
trolling.
that drops Cap gets
There's no
worse.
point.
I was trolling.
The last
Yeah,
time a
really.
team dropped Cap and got better was
I learned my
was
lesson
when
from dropping
Clay
Cap.
and attached at it in AW.
I
One
dropped
thing I
Cap and he
will
won
say-
champs.
While we're on the topic of underagers and stuff like that, the one thing I will say is if you're so good to the point where people think you're boarding or like you're just absolutely frying in those like S&D tournaments or even like you know what I mean?
Wait,
Like,
Celium
you're so-
actually
Oh,
probably
Jeff
was
Celium?
boarding.
I mean, Illy too. Like,
No,
you
Just-
watch
I-
play.
Nah. Only
Dude,
I was
I don't think people
convinced,
thought Illy
bro.
was boarding.
No,
I
I was
think Illy-
convinced
I think
Celium was
Illy's
boarding,
better than
John.
Celium.
I was convinced.
I still think Celium was boarding.
Dude, I
Illy-
swear,
I think
I
Illy's
think
better
he
than
just
Celium.
plugged in the controller when he secured
Huh?
the bag. If
I
he
think
did.
Illy's better than Celium.
Ah, you're
What?
act-
Oh,
Yo, kick
shit,
Haggy
bro.
out of the
Where's
call.
the juice? Ah.
Kick Haggy out of the call.
Oh, you are
I don't know, it's just
delusional,
my
bro.
experiences. My experience.
You are
Fucking faded,
delusional, bro.
No bullshit.
Anyways, whatever. I'm not going to discuss that. But at the same time, if you're so
Tweaking.
good that people think you're keyboarding, chances are, regardless if you start off slow, if people invest in you as a talent, you're going to be good. That's just while we're talking about the underagers like Simp.
Sweet.
Why didn't you
Billy.
target like Sully and just
Aggie.
throw him the bag, Chris? If you're gonna make a roster change.
I mean, that's not something I can personally do.
I mean,
I can't talk
shit.
about that.
Okay.
But
S&D kids have such a different meter about who's
Dude,
which
yo,
kid the best.
John, if this was
S&D
like this
kid.
when we were younger, bro, oh my god, I would have just been frying online. I would have been like, listen, bro,
Don't get it twisted. If AW never happened,
Dude,
I'd
oh, yeah.
still be there.
bro, if AW never happened, my team
I
got
was
into
so
it.
bad at that
AW's
game,
top
man.
3 COD, bro. Know that.
What?
AW's the worst. AW's the
I love
worst game
AW.
ever.
AW's
made.
top 3.
Worst
Nah.
game, worst game ever, worst game ever played.
AW's the worst
Worst
game
game IW.
ever.
It's AW top
IW?
4.
IW is better than AW.
AW's worse. You could
Worst game
ground pound in
IW.
AW.
IW.
Don't get me
In
started.
IW, you could ground pound as well.
He
which
got
is-
removed.
With a character?
Bro,
Simple.
IW, you couldn't even use a
everyone in
fucking
AW
red
ground
dot.
pound.
You couldn't even use a
I
fucking
wanna
red
hear
dot
it.
in AW.
was so trash. You're
AW was
exploding,
top 3.
You're exploding stuns
AW
in
was
midair.
top 3.
Bro, motherfuckers were
AW
shooting stuns
it
and
was not
manually
top
detonating them
3.
shit. They were fucking. You
Top
couldn't even
3.
use a red dot.
Donnie's trolling because he was actually good at a game.
In
Donnie's
my
only ever
opinion,
been good at 2 games ever in his life.
You could shoot a tube and blow up a
Black
whole
Ops
team.
4.
You can shoot a tube in Biolab
Donnie's
and
not
blow up
good
a
at
whole
any other
team.
game. Like even
Come
like
on,
mini
man.
games, arcade games, Mario Party.
Wait,
He sucks at every other game.
I think
Wait, I
besides
swear, I
I
smoked
goes
Austin
Black
and
Ops
Smash.
2, AW, Black Ops 3.
What?
Wait, what
It
did you
goes
just
Black
say?
Ops 2, AW, Black Ops 3 for me.
What?
I think
No,
Black
no,
Ops
You
was
gotta kick
better.
Haggy, man.
Aggie, I like
Black Ops
AW
2,
top
AW.
3.
Black
AW
Ops
top
2,
3.
AW, BO3.
Bro, every time you
we're
spawned,
talking about.
every time you
Go
spawned
ahead.
an AW, you activated a specialist.
I'm actually
Like,
tight right now.
bro, AW was absolute cheeks.
I'm like real
That
world
game
pissed
was
that he just said that out loud.
good. It was so
Listen,
fun too.
That game was not
good. That game was
AW1,
ass.
Black Ops 4 2.
There's a
Three
reason that
Model
game
for
I'm
put
not
so
count- I
many
didn't
pros
count-
to
I didn't
sleep.
count BO4.
That game
We're not
took so
counting,
many
we're not
pros
counting
to
the old
sleep.
games, correct? So we're gonna start at Black Ops 2.
Yeah, Black Ops 2.
AW, all right.
Black Ops 2.
AW's bottom
Black
list for
Ops
me.
3.
AW.
Black
top
Ops
3.
4. Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3,
4,
Black
I'm not
Ops.
counting until the year's over.
I think Ghost
I
might
was
have been
not
better
good
than
at
AW.
AW.
Ghost was better than AW.
That's crazy.
Ghost was definitely better than AW.
It was not
That's
even up for
crazy,
debate, in
bro.
my opinion.
Ghost- Ghost to this day-
We're good at both games.
Ghost to this day was better than any game that we've been playing in Search and like as a Search and Destroy.
Oh,
game.
100%.
Search and
By
Destroy game, I
far.
think it was good.
That's 40% of a best of 5, and it was by far the best.
I still
at
don't.
all.
I still won't rate that game simply because of respawn. And
You
simply
just
because of
hate
the
games
guns.
you suck at.
I was fine at Ghosts. I had an average year, but I was fine at it.
No, man,
Yeah.
listen.
Ghost
AW was
Respawn wasn't
trash.
that bad.
I wasn't even that good at Black Ops 3, and I'll still say it's a top 3
when
COD.
we were playing Ghosts, did anyone bitch about anything other than Blitz? Like I don't feel like people actually bitched about Dom. You could neutral.
I always bitched about Dom.
Dude,
Dom
Dom
was-
was a
it's
good
not
game,
that bad.
bro.
It wasn't
No,
good,
it's not.
but-
And you could neutral in that game, which was better than any other domination that we played.
It's
Talk
something being
coaches.
not-
Whoever
Wait.
said talk coaches, bro.
Dom,
Wait,
or-
we're talking
But
coaches.
Dom
Dom's not
provided.
that bad, but AW was dog shit.
Wait, Austin. Dom provided consistent
AW is top
results.
3.
Dom provided
What?
consistent.
Don.
Dom provided consistent
Black
results,
Ops
in my
2,
opinion.
Black Ops 3, Ghosts.
Oh God.
Actually, I think that's a fair list. I
I
can't
agree
put
with- I
Black
agree
Ops
with
4 in
that.
there yet.
Well,
Then
we gotta-
probably
Wait, I'll
AW.
put
We gotta
BL2
wait for-
first, and I'll put BL3
Then
second.
probably World War II. Then probably COD 2, and then IW.
Wait, let's talk about this as well.
I
Ghost,
used to-
the
I used to think
community,
that
I'm
was
just
you
doing
suck,
some
just
bullshit.
suck,
I never
suck.
even played COD 2.
the
That's how bad
community,
IW was.
community was popping in Ghost, bro. Remember that shit? That shit took flight. Black Ops.
Bro,
Every
everyone
time,
was playing $5 wagers
Yeah,
all night
I mean,
long.
Nate
Like that shit was lit.
Nate Shot still existed too.
I mean, yeah,
S&D was just good.
yeah.
Really
What do you guys think's better, Search in this game or Search in last game? That's a hot topic.
Last
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 game.
game. Last
In
game.
this game.
Last game.
Do you actually think it's better, Donnie?
I
or you
love
think it's
Donnie because
fun?
Yeah.
Donnie is
Yeah.
biased as hell
I know.
Yeah.
and willing to admit it.
Yep.
I thought the
I
maps in the
think-
last
I
game
think-
just sucked.
The maps in the
I
last
think,
game
I
weren't
think the
that
maps
good,
in the
but
game could have been better, but the strategy involved was better. I think leading up until the meta change where they gave everyone a nade and a smoke, that game was really good. World War II, like competitively. When they added the nade smoke armor changes,
Oh
I
yeah,
think
they
the game
added that
went to
midway
shit.
through. Why can't we just have
That
a
game
smoke
went
when
to
the shit
shit.
drops, fam? I remember
There
in,
was a smoke at the beginning of World War
yo,
II.
what game was it? Was it IW where you would go into zombies and there was a frag?
Yeah.
Yo, that
was.
shit. So they like
Or
designed
throwing
it.
fletchets.
They designed it and had it in the game, but it like
Who the hell
you,
came-
you, like
Who the
couldn't
hell
use it.
came up with the fletchets?
Yeah, I went to
Nah,
zombies
dude,
and I went to throw a nade and I was like, what the fuck? This shit's cooking, son. I was like, why do I have this shit in multiplayer? That's hilarious,
Fletchers were
dude.
crazy, bro.
Yeah, you know what else is crazy? The cluster grenade. Wow, that shit's elite in this game.
And only one person get. Dude, I don't know if you guys have thought about this, but are we gonna talk about how useless frags are in this game? Like,
It's
even
the
if you were
worst
to-
frag we've ever got.
It's literally the worst. It's worse than MW3 frags, and
no.
MW3 frags had to land on top of people.
Weren't frags bad in AW? Or was it?
Oh,
They were
you would
better,
launch
though.
them
They
over.
were way
Wait,
better.
in AW they were godlike. You just shot
Yeah,
them
they
across
Oh
were.
no!
the
I
map.
remember you could shoot them over, like have actual
Yeah.
nade spots.
Denial was using what's that thing called? Danger close.
Danger
Close
yeah.
frags at champs.
Oh, what a
they got
scum.
100K.
Scumbag.
Frags were good.
Alright,
Every
yeah.
tactical in that
Scumbags.
game was good.
Danger
Scumbag.
close was gentlemen's.
Yeah, well, the 100K doesn't matter now.
Low key, right? Yo, you know what I was thinking about the other day? The secret drone is allowed in competitive, right? Like the fucking thing you throw out with the
Technically,
Tempest.
Yeah.
Like
Yes, it's
what
allowed.
I was thinking about this, and I was just laying down thinking, I was like, if I was in final scenario like S&D game 5, I'm low key gonna have that shit out. It gets down to a 1v1. I'm calling my fucking secret drone and clutching that shit. No matter what he says to me, motherfucker, I got that ring. Imagine that.
I mean,
that would
what
be
can you
fun.
even say
Can do
though?
shit.
Clay
Yo,
used an M1
imagine
last
that.
year, and what can you say? You tweet him and be upset.
Yo, that would be
suck.
hilarious, bro.
He did that. He did that to Decimate and Pharaoh's team. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's different because he did it to Decimate and Pharaoh's team. But
Yo.
if he did that, to like Optic,
Yo,
he
imagine
probably couldn't go
Crim.
home.
Crim versus Don, 1-on-1, 5-5, second best of 5 finals champs, and Crim just gets secret drone. He's fucking shaking like it just, instantly.
They'd have to escort Don out the venue.
Oh yeah, dude. I'd be scared for my life, dead ass.
I'm not saying, but when there's 50 fucking kids coming at you.
No,
with a
I know. Is what I'm
jersey on,
saying.
Yo, and
Yeah.
Don's gonna call in the secret drone, and Crim
I
forgets
already
to
had
hit
to
square.
I had to fight off the fans in the front row already at Vegas. I fight for the bread, bro. It's over with. Was
Yo,
it jumping on stage?
Crim would swing on you instantly, bro. He'd demand
Stop.
a replay, and he'd get it done somehow.
That'd be a sight to see. Crim and Don.
Wait, Crim would fuck up Don. What?
Stop.
100% Crim's winning a fight against
Don goes to the gym now. I don't know.
We can't have this conversation.
Yeah, bro. Stop.
This is just delusional.
All right, wait, I got something to talk about.
I'll put 100 on Don.
What?
I'll put 100 on Crim.
Now that we played for a few months, what's your guys' thoughts on 5v5?
I think it's lit. I think it's good. I think it's crazy. I think it's
You're not
lit.
playing.
I think it's lit, bro. This is the best COD. Know that.
All right.
I mean, I don't mind it. I think
Dude,
it's
Don
fun.
is so fake.
I think it's just one.
So fake.
I think it just makes the game a little bit crazier. But I think once people get it down more, I don't think people truly have it down yet. Like how to have good teamwork. I think Optic's the most ahead, in terms of that. And like Splice is pretty good with that too. It's a lot of like you got to manage your like what you do like on your team, what you say, how much input people have. Like I think your team struggles with that. Austin, it's just like so much shit going on. You guys are bad at managing it. I think people will get better at it though. I like it. I think a coach is.
I don't feel a
I don't
difference to
mind
be honest.
5v5.
What?
Well, yeah, because your team's pretty good at it right now.
Yeah, I gotta be younger, so I don't feel a difference.
You don't feel a difference?
Mm-mm.
I think a coach is way more
Like I was
valuable in this
for-
game.
I think
4v4
coaches
would be smooth.
extremely
in this
valuable
game.
in this game with like keeping track of specialists and streaks.
There's
I think
just so much
4v4
going
would
on,
be
man.
So much better. You don't understand. Like you remove 2 specialists from the map. You remove 2 extra bodies on the map. It's so much. I don't know. I think it'd just be so much smoother, so much better.
Not necessarily. I wouldn't say necessarily in this game, considering some of the maps are actually fucking huge. But if it was
Hacienda 4v4 would
Frequency?
be trash.
if it was
I don't think
4v4,
so.
if it was 4v4, we'd be
Hacienda
able to add in.
4v4?
If it was 4v4, we'd be able to add in like the old maps. Like
Wow, we
slums.
would be able to play slums and shit,
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
That would be lit, actually.
I think S&D would be infinitely better too.
I think it would.
Well,
too.
that's what
I think-
everyone was
I
saying.
think-
5v5
I
is
think what
better
we
for
see
Surge.
is I don't
know
know
who
players
said
still.
Everyone
we-
was saying
we-
that before the game.
We
Not
Dude.
me.
Wait,
we
what'd you
highlighted
say?
it with like Nato and stuff like that. There's a lot of players still trying to make individual plays in this game, right? In
Gotta
this
keep that
this
low
game,
pack.
and it's what
I'm fucking with you. Go ahead.
I don't know. Because they suck. Yeah, they're trying to
Nah.
make individual plays in this game, and it doesn't work. Like you have to stick with your team. And I think in 4v4 that would open up. That'd probably open up the map to some of these players that make those individual plays to be better.
Yeah,
Like
because
Yeah,
when
100%.
there's areas of the map where in a 44 setting you'd maybe have one person there, most of the time there's going to be two, and that's just it's hard to make a two-piece in this game, like especially when people have that much health, and there's obviously other factors, but I agree with you.
Wait, what did Damon say in the chat? He said, "Watch
don't
kitchen
know.
lobby window event on Arsenal."
Mid Hill
44. Let me know
Arsenal
how
is
that goes."
absolute tragic with 4v4.
Yeah, that would be crazy as
so
fuck.
we just gonna break down the game to one hill.
Asian. Listen, bro, I'm tired of all these trash.
Yeah, hold
ass
on, real
hills, bro. We
quick,
gotta
real
get rid
quick,
of
real quick,
Seaside,
Damon.
no
That was a
bullshit.
Fugay statement because, like, trying to watch fucking wall runs on evac was pretty tough too. So it's like you can't really always lock down.
That
every
just shouldn't have
lane.
been a map. That shouldn't have been a thing. But whatever. Continue.
You can't always watch every single lane. I don't know. I think 4v4 would be fine too. I like 5v5 though. I don't think there's too much negative about it at all.
I just think S&D and 5 or 44 would be so much better.
I swear,
Right. I
everyone
could
was
be
saying
wrong.
5v5 for search is gonna be lit. I swear.
I don't know who said that because I'm seeing people
I
just
swear
five hit
that was like
bomb
a
site.
general like
That was a
statement.
general consensus.
I think search is gonna be better, but respawn's
I-
gonna be worse. That's
That was-
literally
I
what
never said
everyone
that.
was saying.
I don't think I ever.
I
said
heard that.
bro.
I heard that a lot actually.
I didn't. I never had that opinion either.
Oh, never mind.
bad.
Krim said S&D 44 would be terrible. Therefore, it's gonna be terrible. I'm wrong.
Well, glad you admitted it.
Yeah, there we go. There it is.
All right, guys, we'll take a couple more topics, then I'll do the 5 fingers of death for Austin. Couple more topics, chat. Or you guys can just ask us questions actually, rather than just throw topics in the chat.
Mhm. So you were gonna talk about my team. You didn't even talk about my team. Want to gas us
That's
up?
I
true.
think we did talk.
Didn't
we
talk
did
about
talk about it.
Splice.
We did talk about them.
Nah,
Did we
you
not?
never
We
asked
talked
Donnie
about
about
Jared.
Splice.
We did talk about Jared. I mean, Splice
What was
is fucking.
that? Did I
Splice
black
is-
out?
What?
We talked about you really quick.
We did talk about you, and we
Splice
talked
is
about
disgusting.
Jared.
They
Outro,
got
don't
third.
tell me
Third.
They should have won the
Donnie's
tournament.
disgusting. They should have won the tournament. They didn't win the tournament. All right, move on.
No, we
Ah.
talked about Jared for a while, but we did not talk about Splice. You're right.
Bird is actually the goat. Know that.
Did you think you guys were gonna be like that fucking good going into the event? Like, how did practice go?
We were getting smoked before the event. Like, a little
Really?
bit, but I thought for
Wait,
like a week before we weren't getting
Oh.
smoked. No, like a week before the
Oh,
event,
yeah.
I feel like we were like playing a little bad, but before that, I thought we were definitely like a top 3 team.
yeah,
Definitely-
I think all the players rated them really high going into
I-
the event.
I scrimmed both teams, in my opinion, at least from like our scrims. I thought United, like I saw United being better than Splice, and Splice being like under United. I guess it worked out like that placement wise, but I still think Splice was the better team at the event.
Yeah,
I was
the
a Splice
the way I
hater.
They
dude.
lost 6-4 last map after choking to Optic.
I just feel like they played the most correct. They just didn't close.
Yeah, they choked. That's what you mean to say.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
same shit.
Oh, formal. Talk about
I was
formal.
a Spice hater. I'm not gonna
You
lie.
did.
Donnie, you super
talk about-
surprised me, dude.
Let's talk about.
I did not
I'm
think
surprised. Wait, you just said I was. Wait, Ant, you said 3 months ago that I was good.
No, I thought you were good, but I did not
Nah.
think you had that in you. I didn't think you had like best player of the game, potentially.
People not
Nah.
watch AW?
Like, you were-
I'm telling you, bro. World War II.
No, I'm just being honest.
People
You, like-
not watch. Did
like
people
Don-
not watch AW?
Don,
Always
it
gonna be
could be
rated
argued.
off your
I
last
think
year.
I don't think you're the best player in the game, but it can be argued, which is like I didn't think you had that in you. I thought you could be really fucking
Definitely
good.
not the best player in the game.
No, I know he's. I don't
I'm
think.
the-
I'm
I'm
saying it
two-way,
can
bro. I'm
be.
the
It can be.
GOAT, best player
It can
in the
be
world, know
argued.
that.
There's people who have that opinion on Don that he is, which is something I didn't think would ever be up for discussion, which is pretty crazy to me. But now, I mean, I accept it now. I think you're fucking.
But Ant,
nasty.
I was putting you in the dirt in AW and at champs at IW.
That's so-
Don't
Hey,
remember
Don,
that?
Don, I was putting you in the dirt
AW is an
last year,
outlier
bro,
of a
and I just retired. Wait, Don, you
Listen,
Not
literally,
really.
Don, you, dude,
Listen,
Don,
I'm just saying.
IW
listen,
existed.
The
Don,
only
I beat you
game
in my
was
worst
bad-
game. I beat you in my worst game, in my
that's
worst
true,
team.
But AW, come on, man,
Wait.
you're dashing side to side, exploding stun to midair.
Listen, if you know me as a player and you know I pre-aim a lot and I'm not fucking cracked out flying around hip firing, World War II, you couldn't even pre-aim. My number one gimmick, I was literally getting fucking smoked. Kenny would come out front pipes, camera glitch,
Wait.
turn on me off a head glitch.
You just call
I had
pre-aiming
no
a
chance.
gimmick?
Yeah, that's my thing. That's my thing. I pre-aim everything.
No wonder.
So then in World War II, you can't pre-aim with a sub. I'm literally getting turned on off of head glitches like I'm fucking trash.
That game with the sub was literally all jiggle peeking and snapping.
Yeah. Kenny's fucking challenging people in head glitches across map. I'm getting fucking turned on. In this game, you can pre-aim. They're stock 2. You
Chat
know what I'm
wants
saying?
us to talk about
Great time.
Formal. I think Formal's
Yeah,
good.
Formal shoots
And
straight.
that's good.
Shoot straight.
Shoot
Yeah.
straight, but he also used an Annihilator when it was not meta.
I mean, he used it because Skinny Bot.
Yeah.
No, that's not a
Is that
thing.
really what he
No,
thought?
that's legit why he uses it.
That's not a thing, and also it would be different if he was using stock 2 and kind of like, strafing. But he's like,
Listen, he'll
already
never
stood
admit
still.
that that's the reason why, Chris. But I know for a fact, just by knowing him, in his mind, that's why he uses it.
Oh, I thought he tried the Tempest and got smoked with it, and then was like, "I'm running Annihilator."
I'm
Well,
99%
no, but
sure
they would
it's
give
Skinny
up
Bot.
vision for the Annihilator. He would not run vision.
Yeah, their team didn't have a vision. So,
He would run vision sometimes.
I thought a
In-
play
all in-
low-key.
in control for sure, they didn't have a vision.
I thought
Like-
I was talking about this at the event with somebody, but I thought, I mean, it's kind of irrelevant now because of the way like the specialists work now. But I thought a play could have been to give up Crash in respawn at least, because Crash, yeah, you might get it two times, maybe 3 times if you're super frying, but at the same time, if you're playing a really good team and you're at the point in the game where you're beating a team so bad so quickly that you're not getting your Seraph specialist, it's not going to help you win the game to have Crash if you're already beating them by a lot. And at the same point, if you're losing so bad that the game finishes and you don't get your Seraph, like, Crash isn't going to help you come back and win the game. So what I was like saying to somebody was, somebody should have ran Seraph in respawn. And if you think about it, Seraph and Vision Pulse come up relatively at the same rate, right? So if you're playing Optic, let's say you guys are, Don, and you get to the point in the game where it's 200, and both you guys come up with Vision Pulse, and you get Vision Pulse and Seraph, who's winning the game? Who's comboing that and winning the game?
Yeah, the Annihilator is.
Yeah, exactly. But people were still like not choosing it to combo with that to win, crazy close games. I thought that could have been a play, but for them to give up Vision Pulse didn't make sense. Anyways,
I can see that.
sorry.
Hey,
Either
you
way,
looked at
they
that. That was a good deep dive.
That was
I like
that was really good. I honestly just was mesmerized by that description.
It doesn't really matter now, but I don't know.
Anyways, I like that.
Yeah,
No,
I
you're
like his
good.
team didn't
What?
have Crash.
I apologize.
You're good. You're good. I like
One
that. No
second.
reason to apologize. All right, who else do you guys want to talk about? Wait, Haggy would be an elite coach, low key. Thinking about it.
Yeah, she would. What the fuck?
Right? Holy shit, Haggy would be like,
I did
dude.
not even. That never crossed my mind. What he just said. Sheesh. Bro, champ.
Yo, Donnie, was there a point in the tournament you thought you were gonna win the chip?
Oh, we were up 2-0 in winners finals. I literally was screaming, "We're winning this fucking event.
So,
These ningies suck. They're all fucking trash. They're all garbage. We won."
so my question to that is, how did that feel, bro? Because I know you've been chasing that chip for a minute.
I don't know. This was the weirdest event for me. Like, I literally lost that series, and like I didn't even care. Like, I don't know if that's a good thing, but I was like, I don't know. I just like I was like, bro, it's just actually funny how we just lost that. Like, I never took the 2-0 lead before. Shit, it just happened for the first time ever for the chip. Fuck it. Like, I don't even know what to say at that point. I was really just sitting there like, damn, we actually just lost. Like, what the fuck? Like, now and then we played the next series, and I was like, all right, bro, I want to play them again. Fuck it.
I was
And we
just
lost
getting,
that.
I was
I was
getting
like, ah,
saltier
fuck,
and
we got third.
saltier as John's prediction was coming true. I was
Bro,
getting-
when we lost the tournament, I literally like told my team, I'm like, bro, we're literally the best team fucking here. What the fuck?
yeah.
Whatever. Like, I literally said that, and I was like, fuck it, whatever. Like, there's nothing you could do at that point. Like, I'm done. I'm done. Like, losing my mind over losing. Like,
I'm
simple
gonna
as
ask
that.
John this because everybody's typing in the chat. Coach is on stage. John, thoughts?
Coaches should be allowed 100%. I don't see why coaches aren't allowed. They probably shouldn't be allowed to talk during the game, which you can police. Like,
I agree with that.
they're in the back with the trucks. They definitely know if the coach talks in the game. They shouldn't be allowed to talk in the game, but they should definitely be allowed to be on stage with their teams, for sure. I don't see why that's
Yeah,
a bad-
talking
such a
in
bad
game
thing.
is sketchy because they can like see shit.
They
You know what I mean? Like
Plus, they're not talking. Like, they're not
They can hear shit.
communicating the whole time. They can hear things.
they could just turn their sound all the way down.
Yeah, they can turn their sound down. So, like, talking in a game, okay, a little fishy, I'll give you that. But being on stage is fugazi.
It's good because
definitely
in
be allowed
between
to talk.
maps you can talk to them and
You
stuff.
can
Like,
talk between maps, yeah.
yeah, that's actually crucial. I wonder if that's something that will be changed anytime soon. But I think that'd be awesome.
It should definitely change it.
I wouldn't
Since
mind
when?
coaches being on stage, being able to like communicate mid game, as long as they like had something in place so where they can't hear the other team or the casters. Or
We gotta
something.
talk about this though.
That's
Back in the day,
impossible.
coaches had to
It
stand
goes
the whole
throughout
time,
the whole
bro.
arena.
I would need a chair,
mean,
bro.
if they had their a lot more white noise in their headsets, I wouldn't mind it.
White noise is pumped through a thing, and you can literally turn
You
it
could
off.
literally just turn it down. Yeah.
Yeah. There's nothing that they could do to stop you from doing that.
I guess.
But I'm sure most coaches would definitely take being on stage with their team right now, even if they couldn't talk during the map. Most coaches in scrims don't talk during the map anyways, unless they're like laughing about something. They usually wait till after the map because their teams are mid map anyway, so they don't talk.
There's no point because they can't do it at events, so they're not going to do it at home. But if they were allowed to do it at home,
I think a lot of players would find it annoying if their coach was like providing extra comms.
Right? Like sitting there
During
like,
the
he's
map.
back
That'd be-
blue, get him. I'm like, what for?
Yeah.
I feel like in this game though, they would just sit there and track the specialist for you.
That's exactly what I'm saying. That's all I would want my
Yeah,
coach to do.
that'd be good. That'd be
Yo,
good.
I mean,
yo,
I wouldn't have a problem with that. Like
He's
especially
one hell off his war machine.
it's mostly for search and destroy where I feel like coaches could have too much of an impact, like because they could hear, because it's quieter in search and destroy, right?
Yeah.
Then
Well, if there was a
they can
way
hear.
where they couldn't hear, then they could talk. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It'd be great.
In respawn, that wouldn't be a problem because I feel like coaches in Halo used to do that all the time. They track
Exactly. They track
ammo
like
and
power weapons.
and
Yo.
over shields.
Those motherfuckers had the iPads out with the timers. That was elite. Yo, the whole chat spamming Adam kill a Sloss, but like,
What are we supposed to talk about with
there's
Sloss?
nothing really to talk about. His teammate didn't show up to the event, and they didn't get top
That
32.
sucks.
That sucks.
That also
I hate that he
sucks.
has another excuse because he's my boy, and I wanted him to have a fair chance. But he has another excuse again, and he's not going to get picked up to a team, and it's unfortunate. I think Sloss needs to focus on content creation, but it's up to him.
I feel like
it's not really much
Sloss,
to talk about.
if he would have done that like years ago, he could be like the second biggest COD streamer of all time or something, third maybe behind Nate
Got
and
to a
Scump.
point where he stopped
100%.
streaming because he felt like it affected his gameplay. And
Put Sloss on the desk. I've seen a lot of people say that as well. I think he'd be hilarious. I think he might have said too much crazy shit in the past to ever be, trusted in a situation like that. I mean, it's just facts. It's just like,
Not this.
I think Sloss would be a pretty good coach though if he applied himself. I think Sloss should look into coaching a team, but I think he should primarily focus on content creation. Get a good PC, get some good quality stuff, and pump out good content with a 1080p stream. Because when I tune in Sloss's stream, it's
With the
fucking
cam.
amazing, but it's just not good quality. It's not good like actual like quality. So if he just invested in some stuff like that, I think he could fucking take over. All
with the cam.
right, so you guys are spamming names in the chat, so like
They keep talking about Gumless not shaking hands.
that dude.
With
Nobody
Optic.
gives a crap about Gunless not shaking hands.
Crap.
Wait, I actually said this when it happened.
Nobody
I remember
gives a
we talking
fuck,
about it. And I
dude.
said to the people off cam, I said, I guarantee Gunless didn't even like realize what the hell was going on. He wasn't like purposely not shaking hands. So I asked him on the side. He goes, I don't know what the hell people were talking about. I was just pissed that we lost. I didn't even know that they were behind me.
Yeah, no, the Optic players didn't feel disrespected.
If you guys knew
at all.
Gunless better and you knew like his personality, he wasn't like shrugging off Optic. He just wasn't. He was literally staring at his screen.
Yeah, he was probably
Because
looking
he
at the
was-
scoreboard in
he was-
disbelief.
Yeah, he was focused, really focused. So
Jeez, you saw that, Austin?
I saw it.
All right, 5 fingers of death, guys. These ones are for Austin. I made them before it, so if we, double up on topics, sorry. Austin, you ready?
Sure.
All right, Austin.
bail you out if you need me
Slasher.
to.
Yeah, I got you. What's one player you wish you never dropped?
Cap.
All right. Anybody else can answer if they want to. You get one pass, Austin. What is 100T's biggest problem?
Being on different pages.
Wow, that's whack. All right.
I want a name, bro. No, I'm kidding.
What is 100T's biggest problem? What do you want me to say? Like, I don't know what you mean.
I don't
talked
know.
about it
I wouldn't
earlier.
know. You got to answer. It's your team. Anyways, next question. I'll use that as your skip. Will you outplace Donnie next event?
Yeah, because Donnie won't be there. He already qualified.
Oh,
I
boo.
like that one.
I was setting this up for a
Loopholes.
sound bite. All right,
Loopholes.
Deja. Will Parasite get a top 4 placing this year? Do you think so?
With his current team, I don't think so.
Ooh. Ooh. Haggy,
Is he
stop chewing.
capable? Yes. I think he's capable, but I don't think with his current team.
All right, and the hammer, bro. Will Donnie Temp win an event this year?
I fucking hope so. Jesus Christ.
Right, yo, TJ's he's almost got a full hand.
Nah,
TJ almost got a full hand, bro.
Yeah,
I
chill
think-
with that name. Yeah.
I think Donnie's gonna get one. He's too damn close too many times. He's gonna close
Just
out
one?
eventually.
Well, all right, I have a question. How do you rank? All right, so last year we used to talk about this. How do you rank the 5 young kids that came in last season? So, or like that we talked about. So Kenny, TJ, Donnie,
Off what?
Pook. As players, how do you
Oh,
rank?
got
oh,
TJ
at this
number
point
one.
right now.
In this game?
At this point right no.
TJ.
I just as players. TJ, Kenny, Kyler, Pook. Who's the 5th one? Out of
That's the
people
same
always talk
person, but
Oh wait, TJ. You know what I'm talking about?
Abeezy.
TJ, Kenny, Pook, Abeezy, Pharaoh. Rank them.
I got TJ number 1 as a Call of Duty player. Dashy the best out of the group individually, and I don't know how to do the rest, dude. TJ's the best Call of Duty
I think
player
I
of all
put
them.
TJ number 1 too.
Wait, I
You
think
put
it goes-
TJ up. You
Which
you
is
put
crazy.
TJ above Donnie,
Yeah,
Dashy,
yeah.
Kyler.
I think it goes-
Off
Call of
what?
Duty
Just
player,
pure
yes.
Just
Call
as
of
a Call of Duty
like,
player. As a Call of Duty
Right
player.
now, I put TJ number 1. Yeah.
I think Dashy, Kyler, Donnie, TJ.
Wow.
Which
How
is
does Donnie fall to 3rd on these lists?
I mean,
wait, what would you put?
I
him
don't
at?
know. I think Donnie's like in contention.
Well, I think
for-
what John's
Well, I
saying
think
is he
TJ
has
I
Donnie
think
above
TJ's the best.
Dashy.
I think TJ's number 1, which is crazy because he was the worst in AW out of them.
John is you're saying you're mind blown because people have
Everyone
Dashy above
Austin always
Don,
thinks the
right?
people that are on his team are the worst. Have you noticed that? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
he does think that.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just a terrible teammate. I don't know why people still play with me.
I didn't call you a terrible teammate. You said
I'll
that
keep
first
you,
of all.
bro. What's up? No,
You
Yeah.
implied it. I just said what you were implying. It's all good.
Austin,
No,
I'm
I
available,
said,
bro. I'll come
I
back.
literally said what I was implying. You think the people that you're playing with
Yeah,
are worse.
which would be a terrible teammate. You just think your teammates suck all the time, right?
You didn't say they suck. That was a list of like 5 super talented players.
All I said was TJ's number 1. And I think that's just whatever. I don't know.
I agree with you. I
TJ's
think
TJ's
TJ's number
at
1.
the
too.
bottom.
I agree,
of my
Austin.
list.
100%. He didn't say that. He didn't put Pharaoh. He
I
didn't
don't
say
give a
Pharaoh was
fuck
ass.
how many chips he got. I think TJ trash. I'm trolling.
TJ's ahead of you, Don.
I think
Wait,
you guys-
Kyler is number 1 by far.
Were you guys talking about this game?
Nah, I was
No, we're
talking about as a
Call of Duty
player.
player.
Kyler's number 1.
I think
bro.
Austin's list was
I
spot
mean,
on.
then TJ's
Or
TJ's
whoever's
number
list
1.
they listed out with.
TJ's the most championships out of all of them.
Yeah, TJ's number
Listen,
1.
bro,
I
I
got
don't give a
Dashy number
fuck.
2, Donnie number 3.
I did
Kyler
my
number
list off
4.
this game.
Oh,
Pharaoh number
Kyler.
5.
Wait,
I think
talent wise,
it goes TJ, Kyler, Donnie, Dashy, whoever the hell else I said.
I think
Wait,
Dashy's a
talent-
more
wait,
talented
talent-
player than Kyler is.
I think Kyler's the most talented.
What?
I think Kyler's the most talented.
Yeah,
What?
Kyler's definitely the most talented on the list.
That's fair. I think Dashy is more. I think he's more talented than Kyler. I think
That's
Dashy's
tough.
fucking
What?
crazy, bro. That guy's crazy. That guy's crazy talented,
I
dude.
mean,
Bro,
Wait,
Kyler
first of all,
is-
no one ever said that
Kyler-
Dashy wasn't crazy talented.
Kyler is the most
Like, you gotta stop
talented
saying that.
player. Period, bro. I'm not hearing that.
yeah,
I
I guess-
disagree.
I mean,
way.
I guess if you just
There's
look at,
no
like, if you
way,
just look at
bro.
like the fact that he was also good at like other games.
Kyler
I
is the most
disagree.
talented player, bro. Gunny, like, just if you need someone to win a gunfight, bro. What?
Yeah,
I don't know. I think I might be choosing Dashy, dude.
I'm choosing Kyler.
Well, first of all, I'm choosing
think Kyler's
Gunless
most
as the
talented.
game, but I'm choosing I think Dashy's more. I think he's more
If
talented
it
than
comes down to
Kyler.
literally just
Wait,
winning a
Dashy could be
gunfight,
Dashy
Kyler.
could be better than Kyler. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm talking about just talent.
Yeah, I would pick Bruce.
Bro, Kyler shoots he shoots subs across the map.
I think Dashy could do the same shit.
No,
What?
I teamed with Brandon and I made him use a sub. No,
Brandon
As
can't
a-
use a sub. Kyler can use an AR, soggy, anything. Kyler's the GOAT.
I mean, I disagree, dude. For what I've seen Dashy do, what I've seen Kyler do, I'm more impressed by Dashy.
I mean, that's
What?
because
wait,
Dashy just won. Kyler
wait,
dropped
if
Kyler's
Kyler
more
dropped like
flashy, too.
8,200 damage to barely beat Tainted Minds. Without envy.
Dashy would do the same thing, dude. You're not
Wait,
convincing me.
Kyler-
You're not
Kyler
convincing
had
me
a
otherwise.
Tempest- Kyler had a Tempest. I actually think he'd be popping 6 pieces.
You're
No
not
bullshit.
convincing me otherwise. I think Dashy do the same thing. You're not convincing me otherwise.
Cat,
Well,
bro.
Dashy already
Kyler's
did
the
it,
GOAT,
so
know
yeah,
that.
we know that.
And
it's not
another
possible
another
to
thing
do
is
that.
they're like what Damon said in the chat. They're all super talented. It's like it's really like almost indistinguishable at that level.
The only
they're just
way-
all so good.
Oh yeah, obviously
The
we're
o-
just
the only
arguing.
That's
reason-
why the list exists.
It's just
the
it's
only
just
way
it's
I-
just
about it.
opinion.
They're
at this
all
point,
they're
guys.
all super good. It doesn't matter.
The only reason I'm
which one you
saying
have on the
Kyler's
team.
is just better is because it takes a lot more skill to be a high tier SMG player in Call of Duty than it takes to be a high tier
Facts.
player. Regardless if the Maddox is a flex type weapon, it doesn't matter. Brandon was really good as an AR, but Brandon as a sub wouldn't even compare to Kyler as a sub. And I
Brandon's
feel
the
like if
second most
Kyler
talented player I've
Everybody's
ever
talking
played.
about
it
everybody's talking
wouldn't
about
be
Kenny
difficult.
in the chat, and I think Kenny's super talented too. I just don't think. I don't know. I think both of them are more talented than Kenny is. It's just tough. It's just like, how do you like? You can't. It's intangible. You can't like determine.
Nah, you could tell Kyler, bro.
With those players though, how do you like fucking decide who has more talent? You know, I don't know. It's just it's the eye
I just
test.
said it.
It's
That's
the eye
that's way-
test.
It's
that's
and
the
by
way I
the
said
to
it.
me by my eye test, I think Dashy's better. So it's like there's no. I feel like
that's
there's no right
fair.
answer.
That's your opinion. It's
Yeah, it's fair. I just
Oh,
I
better.
don't know,
No,
when I
Dashy's
watch
the best
Kyler
player right
play,
now. I'm saying like talent.
overall better player. Dashy is a better player right now.
Yeah, you could say that for sure, 100%.
I was talking
I'm
about
just saying,
literally what his
who
role
was gonna sprint through a doorway and get a 3-piece?
I
Tyler.
could do that.
Whoa, time to sign off.
Oh shit! Oh shit, bro! Oh,
Listen, put
fuck.
me on envy, and we're better, bro.
Like I said, being a high
Oh.
top player is
Put
just
you on
harder.
envy for
and
who?
Kyler is absurd
Kyler?
with this sub.
But
Crackhead running around with a sub, bro. Yeah, I could do
Woo.
It's not as simple as just running around, bruh. You know this. You played
that.
long
No, I'm
enough.
fucking around. I gotta put some respect on their name.
He's fucking good.
I don't think Ant can get one entry no more. No bullshit.
Donnie, I would absolutely piece you to bet right now, bro.
Yeah, I beat you in 30 minutes. I beat you in 30
I
minutes.
beat you in my worst game, my worst
I
team.
beat you in 30 minutes. I beat you in 30
I
minutes.
beat you multiple
Brandon,
times.
straight
Wait, hold on. How
ripping,
many?
30 minutes.
Yo, Don, how many chips you got? Yo, Don, how many chips you got?
I literally beat
Wait,
you in
no,
30
Don, how many chips you got?
Wait, I was
Wait,
on
what's
that
the
team.
fastest? Yo, what is the
Wait, Don,
fastest loss out of?
What's the longest it took a talented player to get a chip? What's the longest it took a talented player to get a chip? Wait, is Donnie the best player to not have a chip? Is Donnie the best player to not have a chip?
yeah.
Nah, Kyler
nah,
got that.
Spacely.
Kyler.
Oh, yeah, Spacely
shit.
is the best player to not have a chip.
Wait, what's the fastest land series of all time, bro? I think us versus EG was 28 minutes.
I don't
No
think I'm
bullshit,
making that
bro.
blunder of a play
They ran-
in the doorway on Seaside. I think I'm clutching up for my squad. I think
Yo, they
I'm
was
sitting
running-
back
yo,
on the
they
barrel
ran
and
more
I'm playing it
ads.
safe.
They ran more ads than the series lasted, bro.
I
No
honestly think I'm just
bullshit.
playing the barrel and they're tucked to sleep in that doorway. I don't think they're getting out. I think I'm winning that.
Well, nigga, you
I think we're
spawned
close.
and
I
you
think we're
ain't get
closing
50
that one
points.
out, boys. I think I'm holding that one.
Yo, Yeezy, link the video, bro. Sheesh.
Wait, hold on. I actually control this OBS. I think I'm gonna pull up this timestamp actually.
Pull it up, go ahead.
I mean, Spice really did choke super hard, didn't they?
Yeah, I think I'm
We
just
did,
backing up
bro.
to that barrel in the
Christ.
alley and I'm just pre-aiming the doorway. I'm thinking I closed that.
We did choke.
Your
I ain't
combos must have
losing
been-
it.
your
I'm not
combos
losing
must have
it
been
28 minutes, bro. No
Your
bullshit.
combos must have been actually absurd for you. to
I'm
jump
going
down
for a
those stairs.
bathroom break at that point.
Listen, I accepted defeat. Listen,
Yo, I'm
bro.
telling the ref
Fine
I'm
line.
throwing up at that point, bro.
Listen, if we're
I'm
talking about
running
that
7
team in
minutes.
IW, I was absolutely not the problem on that team.
Sweet said, "How are we not talking about Damon Barlow's return?"
I mean, Damon's the
the
fucking
greatest
Because
goat.
half the
He
people
is
in
the
here are
goat.
Optic fans, and
People
they
act
were
like-
absolutely torching Damon off the team.
Yo, people
All these
people
kids
act
in
like
here.
Yeah, all you guys in the
Damon
chat that are
Barlow,
Optic
like-
fans were
All
roasting
you guys in here
Damon.
were literally frying Damon.
Wait, hold on.
Frying
People think
Damon.
people think he was gone for like 3 years. He was gone for like 3 events, like 2 events.
Yeah, and they got last. So the Optic fans, that felt like a decade.
Honestly, Damon, dude, them getting cooked at champs makes Damon look like just a straight up goat. Like, he
Yeah.
comes back and they win the event. Like, dude, Damon can demand the bag.
Yeah, but he
The
is
absolute
actually,
bag.
He's actually a really good. Like, I mean, obviously he's a really good player, but he's got intangibles. Just like, you know, there's people out there that they might not be the like most skilled, but they just have things that they're champions for a
I
reason.
mean, Damon is also nasty, too. It's like, people are like, he might not have the best gun skill, but,
Damon got
you
the
know,
strap.
he might not have the best gun skill,
Damon
but, you
is
know, he does the right thing on the map. Damon has the fucking beamer. Like, he has a good shot. It's not like he's
Damon
not
is
talented.
also
I
just
hate that.
smart as fuck.
I hate that shit, dude.
He
It makes me
can't-
so
he can-
mad.
He can't. What is it called? Like, I can't. I just forget it.
People
I
say that
can't-
about
I
Cap,
don't know.
too. Like,
I don't know the word I'm looking for.
What?
What the fuck?
I don't know the word I'm looking for, so I just gave up on the thought.
What'd
but
you
he's
say?
good.
What did I say?
What did you say? You said people say that about.
People say that about Cap. People say that about Damon. People say that about so many players. Like,
Oh yeah, people swear
dude.
these guys won all these tournaments by outsmarting everyone
Yeah.
everywhere they go.
And I will say one thing about J-Cap, which is fans. I don't know if you guys watch intensely, but like Cap, low-key has one of the most disrespectful challenges of any player, bro. Cap will deadass like run away from you, then instant reach out you. That shit actually used to piss me off. It's like, but he has a good shot. You can only do shit like that if you have a good shot. Like Cap, there was a time in COD where Cap was known as like the fucking most raw player. Like he had the best
Black
shot.
Ops 1.
Yeah, it's like
He
these
used to run
guys
around-
have talent,
and
dude. They're
MW2,
not.
MW2,
They're
He
not.
used to run on marathon.
I hate that. People just box them in a bubble. It's like they're just smart. No, they're fucking.
Well,
good
that's
too.
because I mean, once you become a quote unquote older player, people just think that you
People-
forgot how to shot someone along,
Right,
along
like
the
what?
line.
People put way too much thought into that, like becoming older. Like your reaction time doesn't decrease.
I know.
Like that fast.
Yeah, I know. John knows.
Wait, that's all fugazi.
It is all
It's
Fugazi.
definitely
You
is
just,
Fugazi.
I think what it is
All
those players
older
let the
players-
other players do that because it's easier to just run around and stuff. Obviously, that's a
Well, I
very
think
bare minimum
Most,
statement.
I think in esports in general, older players stopped playing because in the past you couldn't survive as a human being as you got older in your life gaming.
Yeah.
Like
Why do you
unless
think
were
I quit
winning
last year?
everything, you couldn't survive as a human being. You have rent and bills and stuff like that. It's not because you just all of a sudden got old and your reaction time sucks and you couldn't do whatever.
That's why I
So
quit
I
last year,
don't-
John. I retired last year because I have bills to pay. I have shit like that, and
Another
I wasn't
thing-
going to be on a top 16 team making $2,000 a month, and like that's
Another
like I would have
thing-
been just in debt. Like you can't do that. As a
Another
man,
thing
you
about
just can't
that,
do that.
Though, is I feel like a lot of gamers, like me, I have the same problem, but we don't live the healthiest lifestyles. And as you get older, that impacts you way more in terms of just like your mental state and your physical state. And
Wait,
you're not,
that's an
like-
excuse though. You can have a good healthy.
well,
Being
no,
a
I'm
gamer is
saying
one of the
you
easiest things to
can.
do to have
You
a healthy
can,
lifestyle.
you
Low
can.
key.
I'm not saying you can't. I'm saying not everyone does. And that
Right,
will,
that's
that
their fault though.
Of course, that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that could be reasons why people may not necessarily perform better or get worse, is because those unhealthier lifestyles impact you more as you get older.
To be honest,
Your reaction time slowed down or something.
being a
like-
gamer, is actually one of the easiest jobs. Like you have a lot of
100%.
time. You have a lot of time.
I'm
it's
just
not like-
lazy.
Yeah.
Now,
I mean,
if COD continues, hopefully for the players it does. Like people like Krim's gonna be gaming till he's 35. Until they tell him that COD's no longer a thing, he's gonna be playing, and
yeah,
competing at a high level. Like
100%.
it is what it is.
Like I think Clay's in the chat. Like this is probably Clay's last year. I think you need to hang. No, I'm fucking around. It's funny though. Like people are saying that. Like
Yeah, people say that it's like you're 24 is like you're fucking 40. Like what?
I think
makes
it's like, if COD continues the way it is now, it'll just be by choice. If somebody just loses their passion, I'm gonna hang it up. I think that's what it'll be.
Yep, I agree with you.
Because if people start retiring, bro, sheesh, Donnie better get that chip.
I guess the whole chat spanning best SMG.
I mean, like, look, dude, I retired at age
Who?
Sweet just said it. I retired at age 36, so played for a while, guys. Look at Austin though. Austin got a healthier lifestyle and he sucks now. Austin doesn't even smile, dude. He's just so heated up. I think Austin should get fat again, bro. He'd be nasty.
That's why I said, bro.
Austin was nasty, bro. Austin won a chip with Eggs and Sensor and AW. He was disgusting.
He had to be the GOAT for
He
that
was
one. And then he got top
disgusting.
3 with you, Chris, in your toxic days. As if
Yeah, but I
they're
was
not fully
Austin
over
was-
yet.
Austin was that guy.
But I was nasty at AW.
You used the
Austin,
shotgun.
dude. You know how bad Pat was? Pat was horrible at AW, dude.
Yo, Austin,
Pat
Haggy
was
pulled out a
happy to be
shotgun
a
at
JW.
Champs.
Pat was horrible. He's one of the people I
Yeah, I
could
know.
beat.
I remember that.
That was my biggest regret, pulling out a shotgun at champs.
Wait, Pat, you were ass at Jetpack
Pat
in
was
general.
so bad at AW. I don't think that Pat was that bad at jetpacks. I think that at
Pat-
the beginning of Black Ops 3, he was Envy's best player for sure.
Pat played good
Oh,
at
because
champs.
he played for Raps?
Pat played good at champs.
Pat was getting raps.
Pat was not the best player in Envy in the beginning
I
of
just
Black
lost
Ops
Yes,
3.
he was.
That is
Donnie,
the fucking
Who
delusional, most
was-
delusional
who was
shit I've
Envy's
heard
best
all
player
night.
At the beginning of Black Ops 3.
Slasher
Who
was.
the
But he
fuck
was
that
nerfed
Envy
because he was
Black
running a
Ops 3?
fucking sub. That is the biggest
Donnie, you
bullshit I've
muted.
ever heard
You
in my
muted.
life, dude. That is such fugazi. That's the worst take I've ever heard.
We'll have
What?
to leave the call and join back. Donnie.
That's the worst take I've ever heard, dude.
Still can't hear you.
Nope.
Check
You-
your audio. settings.
Hit the unmute button, dog. Anywho,
Don, you good?
wait, that's not a bad take.
That's a terrible take.
Pat was
So-
legitimately before they started fighting, they were like 10-0 in the league.
Bro, like a month after that team, Pat went to an event and didn't even win a map. Like,
Okay,
it's-
he was playing with Nelson.
No, man, he was not the best player on
Bro,
that team.
he did not play
Slasher-
the game even close to correct.
And I said at the
No.
beginning of the game,
He
that was the
literally
longest at the
sit
beginning of the game.
top
He played with,
middle on the
what was
Palace
his
Hill and
team?
just
He was
bait
like
us
it
all.
was like Nelson and
Whatever.
I don't even know.
That doesn't even matter. He was just not better than Slasher or Cap, honestly.
he definitely was better than both
They
of them. At the
both
beginning.
he just ran shit and they didn't know what they're doing. It's just like
Austin was running a sub.
exactly.
Yeah, so he was better.
No, he
No,
wasn't.
that doesn't mean he's better.
Austin's terrible.
Wait,
with
if
subs.
you just run around with the AR and don't do anything on the map but kill horror, you're better? Like what? He didn't do anything correct. He got booted
Wait,
off the
Pat,
team
why
and
are
he
you
turned around and
mind
fucking
blown?
won.
Why is Pat mind blown?
Yeah, bring Pat on the call, bro.
And I was running an AR and he refused to run a sub like he was supposed
Okay,
to.
that's fair.
So
I'm
then
not.
I switched to a
That's
sub.
fair, and you were
as my
definitely at
teammate
the end way
refused to
better
run one.
than Pat. Just at the time,
At the
beginning of
beginning,
game.
I was better too. If you're doing the wrong shit,
Yo,
on the
y'all
map,
hear
who
me?
cares what you can
Yeah,
do?
Cap. He literally
That's
dropped
not-
raps 2 times, so he thinks he's nasty.
That's not
literally-
why.
Hear
I'm
me.
saying
Y'all
I
hear me,
remember
right?
him sitting top
Yeah,
of
I
the
can
ball on
hear
the
you now.
Palace Hill
I
for
can hear you
60
now.
seconds. 60
All right, well,
seconds.
Austin's a little biased in this, and so is Pat, to be fair. But
Okay.
because they're both talking about themselves, you gotta hear other people's opinion.
Like I said,
Alright,
I think
Cap
Austin
will
was
tell
by far
you.
better.
Yeah, because Cap teamed with you later in that game and won a chip.
Cap said the fuck is
Okay, but Cap will tell you at the beginning too.
Wait, Austin was fucking
There's a reason why we
nasty
dropped
at Black
Pat and
Ops
not
3,
me.
bro.
There's a reason
Wait,
why we
I
dropped
never
Pat.
said Austin wasn't nasty at Black Ops 3. He
In
definitely
the
was
beginning,
nasty.
the whole game, he was nasty.
He's the second best player in Black Ops
Yeah,
3 in my
second
opinion,
best.
behind John. What?
This is
Nah, I
John,
just look at
and then-
Austin. I just look at Austin's
Yes,
face, bro, the whole
sir.
time.
Because Austin has been pissed this whole podcast. He's never coming on
Nah,
again.
he's not pissed.
Nah, he's not mad.
Austin's heard all of this before. We've talked about this.
Yeah.
This is just another walk in the park for us.
What did you guys think about John at this event? I was underwhelmed.
He
I
was
honestly
very
didn't really much of him.
I thought this
Yeah.
game would be really good for John. Treyarch is
I think
fucking
it still will be.
slidey, right? I don't know.
They got fourth,
I
right?
think he'll be,
So, like,
yeah. But like, I think he
think
was set up.
That
He was set up
was
to
the
be really
Ashes,
good on
though.
this roster, right? Like,
Yeah,
I thought he'd
Goobers.
go off. Yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think? I ask you.
I think John's a beast.
I think John's good at COD.
I actually don't know if that roster fits John. As well
I
as
thought
you
he was
think
set
it
up for
does.
success in that roster.
Wait,
why
he's
doesn't
set
the
up-
roster fit him? Like, what do you?
Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but like
People went from playing around John to
I mean,
not
personality wise, gameplay wise,
the gameplay wise,
gameplay wise.
yeah.
What do you mean? Like, you think John? You think John
seems
needs to be
obviously
like?
gonna be really good. John's gonna be really good, but I don't think he's gonna end up being the John like.
You think
Black
John needs
Ops
to be
3
more
John.
aggressive? Like he needs to have like a more aggressive role, or what do you mean? Like how does he play?
Well, of course he's gonna end up being the most aggressive one on that team.
Or right now,
I'm
do
just
you
saying
think
I
he
don't
is?
like. Ant said that team suits him really well. I
I
don't
think
know
it
why.
does.
For some reason, I don't think it does that much.
You would probably know better than me because you team with him. So, but
Like I think he's still gonna end up being really good. Obviously, I think that team's gonna be really good. But
Damon
I
said he
think
needs
would,
Cap.
He would be better on another team.
Maybe.
individually,
Individually, he would
I
be
agree.
better.
Are you implying?
I think
Maybe
all of
more
John's
disciplined
old teams
players
used to play
around him?
him. I think all of John's old teams used to play around him.
You think
And
he's just
now
like when he
they're
had
playing
disciplined
around
players,
Nameless.
it was easier.
They're not
Now
playing
he
around
is.
John.
The subs don't like a dominant slaying role. I would say. I think that's what I'm trying to say. In
What?
this. Not that. Well,
Have you
it's
seen?
really not. I'm saying the Maddox. Most teams, the Maddox players are.
Yeah,
doing
but
most slaying.
I don't
just
know,
think
John
that's
has an
because people don't
absurd
know how to
shot
play the
too,
game
though.
yet.
What?
He's gonna be really good with the Assault. He has an absurd shot.
I think
Like,
that's just because people don't
that's
know how
not-
we play the game yet.
I mean, that's
Because
fair. But I'm just talking about what we
watch-
saw.
You watch
I don't know-
players
I
like
don't know how to
Donnie.
explain
I
it.
think
Why-
John had.
even
All right.
Tyler.
I think what Austin's saying without
the
saying
dog.
it is that John had Slasher Cap when he was at his best and like players that will really play super disciplined for him. And now, I mean, he's gonna have to.
That's not even that. I don't know why. I honestly don't know why. I think that team doesn't suit him that well, but I just do.
100 Thieves, John.
Yeah, that would be lit. John
Yeah,
might
good
as well
luck
go to
with
LG Tat too.
Yeah, I know.
That fool Steve's had John for a minute.
Oh fuck.
All right, I think this might be it, boys. We're gonna wrap this one up. All right, chat. Yeah, all right, that's it, guys. You guys just spamming
Replace
names
Classic
at this
with
point.
Hook. If you think they have a chance of getting Hook, you're insane.
Yeah, if they had a chance of getting him, they'd explore all options. 100%. All right, appreciate you guys coming on. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about?
No.
I'm good, man.
Appreciate you for having us on, bro.
This is a good episode, dude. We kind of just flowed. I enjoyed it. All right, if you guys enjoyed
Nice
it,
little freestyle.
yeah, if you guys enjoyed it in the stream, make sure you support it, man. Come back. We'll probably do, these every 2 weeks or so. Much love, guys. This was the revival of the Codcast, 2 hours long. I think it was a banger of an episode. I'll talk to you guys later. I'm gonna host a COD player. We'll see who I should host. Hey, who should I host, boys?
Who's live? Let me see.
But I'm hopping
I saw
on.
Pristini was streaming earlier.
Thanks for
I don't know
having
if
me
he
on.
still. I don't know.
Space
I don't know if
is
he still
live.
is.
I'll
All right,
see you guys
I
all
could host
later.
Space.
Study.
Have a good
Wait,
one.
Chris, wait a second, bro. So the overlays
Shroud's
get
on
messed
COD.
up.
Shroud.
yeah,
Not
Shroud
hosting.
really
Yeah, let's host Shroud.
Yeah, Shroud could really use
I'll
it.
host Shroud.
Space study.
All right, yo, everybody, listen. We're gonna host Spacely. We're gonna all go there and criticize Straight Rippin's gameplay. All right, chat. All right, guys. Much love. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, make sure you hit it with a subscription. Like, sheesh, guys. like if you sub to the stream, like I'm only gonna keep doing these. You know what I'm saying? But yo, much love, guys. Take it easy. Peace out. Thank you guys for coming on.
Peace.
Yer.